everybody. It is 6 o'clock. It is Friday night, and that means it is time for Dragons and Things.
Yeah!
Dragons and
Things, lots of
Dragons and
things.
There's everybody else too. Here we are. Look at everybody.
Dragons and
Everybody's happy. Everybody's excited. Why? Because not only is it Dragons and Things, but it is our season finale tonight, and it's sad.
Well, that makes me
But it's
sad.
also cool.
Yeah, that's not happy
It's
anymore.
It's cool. You can see I have Nathan. I've got a Jared.
Hi.
I've got a Katie. I've got an Adam Khan. And a Diana Strepo with me here tonight. Thank you all for coming back, even though I very nearly... It's just that was our 80s montage. That was our montage. Thanks for coming back, even though I left you in such dire straits at the end of our last episode. I thought that maybe you all would just be like, "Nah, we're just not going to come back and play. We're done now." But you agreed to come back, so I'm glad. You know what? I think we've only got 3 more hours of heroic endeavors left this year, so we should probably make the most of it by playing some Pathfinder. What do you guys say?
That seems fair.
let's play a game.
We're gonna do it.
What if we talk really slow? Can we make it longer than 3 hours?
No, because at 9 o'clock, I'm just gonna shut my computer and leave. So wherever you guys are.
So rude.
Yeah, rude.
You are not in an HEI conference room. No, you are in the basement of a place that doesn't want you, hoping that a woman you've never met will save your friend's life, all hanging on the plans of a pixie who doesn't even work here. But that's what you signed up for when you joined HEI. These are the events that put your name in songs, the stories you live through to tell people long after you've hung up your sword. Rias, you may have staved off an ethereal spider's venom, but agony racks your body and your muscles barely respond to your will. Ooptsy, you're just as doomed as ever, perhaps feeling the weight of responsibility as your friends patch up wounds incurred while they scramble to help you. Hawk, you don't know what happened to Ajax. You're pretty sure you saw him get away, but that spider, who is to say it isn't coming after you because it went after an easier meal? Peepa and Moondusk Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes, you're feeling very much your old selves again. Whatever wild magic gripped you has loosened its hold, and you find yourselves back in your old bodies once more. Moondust, your little identity crisis may have passed, but you catch glances from the others as they catch their breath and nurse their wounds. This was your plan to come here. Do they blame you for the way it's turned out? Will they want to be your friends anymore after it's over? You're all certainly in dire straits, but there's nothing to do but pick yourselves up, dust yourselves off, and carry on as best you can. So with the freight of your friends' lives hanging in the balance, what do you do?
We read
Comments!
Yeah, let's say hi to chat before we get started here.
What up,
Hi,
chat?
chat.
Hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
Gary
Penguin
Taste
Witch Doctor.
532 coming in saying, makes me sad. What am I supposed to do on Friday nights now?
Oh, and also Gary saying, I feel that I owe Moondusk Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes an apology. I implied that she was a sprite the other day. That's okay. She won't mind.
Oh, is that like faux pas in the Pixie world?
Not that I'm aware of. That's
The
not
problem
lore
is-
that she follows.
Problem is that sprites are not nearly as strong as pixies, so if she was a sprite, you guys would be in real big trouble.
We've got Dan from Sirenscape in chat,
Oh,
Hi,
hello,
Dan.
providing those dulcet tones you hear.
I mean, speaking of Sirenscape, the real POTUS98 gifted a sub to Sirenscape, so welcome to the channel. We're glad you're here.
Ooh.
I liked Penguin Witch Doctor's comment. Darn, I was hoping for the 16 HEI members.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Oh man, that
It
would be
would've been
a
awesome.
cool
Oh.
show.
Should do the
Yeah.
full team.
That'd been
That would be a
Avengers
cool
chaotic.
show,
style.
Jim.
Hey,
It
who
would have
knows
just been
what
one
happens?
combat.
We
It
might
would
need
just been one round of one combat.
Have to bring a lot of pickles.
A lot of pickles.
Lots of pickles.
We have some follows. It looks like Ben the Prop, Sen Libra, Dragonic Soul 221, Eldmart, Psionicist, Axeban Fireforge, and H2OSW are following the channel. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Nice. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome. Bienvenue.
Bienvenue.
Welcome.
I like the real Post 98 saying HEI Infinity War.
That's right.
Yes.
That means Jim is Thanos.
That's true.
Uh-oh.
That makes sense.
We'll get into this fanfic casting later because I do want to explore that.
I know, right?
And I don't think we have the time. Jim only said we have 3 hours.
We have the time.
I mean, I'm clearly Hawkeye. I feel
I
like
said later.
okay.
Wait, but who am I? I don't think I'm
The
anybody.
Wasp.
Oh, I'm
That's
Wasp.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're getting
I
into
mean, I
it.
could do it in 2 seconds, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
Nope.
Wait,
nope.
who's
later.
Peepa?
Keep his Groot.
Yeah, who am I?
Groot.
Groot. Avi.
Wait, she
Fine.
doesn't like that?
No,
Groot's
it's
the
okay.
best.
It's okay. It makes sense.
She's so
Yeah.
mad about it. Well, never mind. You don't get to be in the
Oh.
Avengers.
I'll be Groot. Oh, I want to be Groot.
This is a
You're
small
Guardian of the Galaxy.
Who's Rias then? Real quick.
Yeah, that one is tougher.
Yeah, it's a little tougher, but I'm sure we're just not thinking of whatever obscure, scaly character there is definitely somewhere in the Avengers cast. Oh man, I did
let's
like.
wait on
What was that?
Let's wait on this.
Okay,
This is why I said
Gary
it bears
Gary Five
further
Features.
discussion later.
He's saying I'm Drax, apparently. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, maybe.
Aw.
I did like Silent H's idea that if we had all 16 of them on, it would have been an 8v8 Rumble, and only the survivors get to be on the next season. So
Oh.
you guys would
That
have
would
just
have
had
been
to.
interesting.
Yeah.
Harry Plopper's already gone.
As long as Shayog's on my team.
Wait, but that
And
gets
Hawk.
rid of Harry Plopper, right?
He's
Oh,
gone.
only if you
forever.
can beat him.
Oh,
If you could beat him, I
could
could
sneeze at
slowly
him and
amble
yeah.
away from him.
All right, guys. Why don't we go ahead and play some Pathfinder, everybody?
okay.
As I had mentioned, you are all in the basement of Unicorn School. Obviously, Rias has had an incredibly near-death experience. So near-death that I legitimately thought he had died at the end of last episode, but came at me with his die-hard feet swooping in at the last second. So he survived. Ooptsy is doomed. I'm sure that some of the rest of you are wounded, if not nearly as badly as Rias was. But then there is, of course, the problem of the fact that Ajax is missing. As I had mentioned, Hawk, you did tell him to flee, and you are pretty sure he listened. But, I mean, that spider, does it teleport? Does it simply go invisible? Does it phase in and out of the material plane and pop wherever it pleases? Like, can that cave contain it? Can Ajax possibly get away? His fate is completely unknown. Your own fate's hanging in the balance. What do you guys do?
Technically, I'm still unconscious too, yeah?
Oh yeah, you're very unconscious.
Oh, goodness. I'm out of level 1 spells.
If we wait 10 minutes, I can get him up.
Or yeah, I can do medicine check. I don't have any soothe spells.
How'd you run out of spells when you were a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Are you sure? But I didn't
Yeah.
touch it on purpose. Okay.
I mean, you were a dinosaur the entire episode.
I will
I
rest
don't
and
remember
restore my spell slots. Oh, hey!
You didn't cast
Kill
anything.
him. Okay, great. So I'll walk over to Rias and start squeezing my aloe sap into his mouth. And I will cast Soothe.
Soothe. All right.
Aye.
So while she is casting, is anybody else doing anything in particular at this moment? Ooptsy has already suggested maybe a 10-minute rest is in order, which does feel about right for some of you, I'm sure.
I'm just flying circles over what Peepa's doing just to watch.
Okay.
21.
21.
21.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
Rias? Are you okay? Oh, I'm normal again. Thank God.
What's God?
Sorry.
I don't know if we have time for that discussion either.
Luckily, Paizo removed the requirement for paladins and champions to have a deity, so I don't
Sorry.
defend that.
I mean, what? Who? Why? All very interesting questions.
What's happened? Is everyone okay?
You were just taking a nap.
No,
I think you were really sleepy.
no, it's worse than that. You almost died. Are you okay?
I think so. Oh, I feel very, very worn out and tired, yes. If everyone else is still here, I think we'll be okay.
This will fix you. Ooptsy walks over, pulls Dylan out of the shirt pocket he's got for him, and puts the little Dylan lizard on the sorcerer. Is like, Dylan, take care of you. You'll be okay.
And I'm
I
fully
imagine at
healed.
this stage in Dylan's life, he's probably about the size of a house cat. So he's getting bigger. You know, Oopsie, that eventually you're hoping he will be the size of like a pony,
And then
and you'll be able to drive him into battle. But at the moment, he's about house cat sized.
We this unicorn school, yes? No,
Yeah.
we did it. Oopsie better now.
No, we
No.
have to find someone.
Yep.
Is everyone else okay, or do you guys need healing?
I mean, I'm not my best, and you see Hawk, because Hawk, after getting Rias to a point of stabilization, kind of, as Peepa went down to heal him, picked up his bow again, and Hawk's just been, like, constantly eyes darting around this cave, wondering where this spider is. Like, Hawk doesn't think this is a safe place.
Right. So just to give you guys a clearer picture of where you actually are, especially since you've been pacing around, eyes out, probably keeping an eye out, watch and everything. You guys had snuck into a cave that would take you underneath the wall of brambles around Unicorn School. You found an entrance into basically an old like storage basement that you escaped into after fighting this just horrible spider that you guys certainly dealt some very serious blows to it, but it was quite difficult to pin down and very nearly killed Rias in the process. So you're actually in currently what looks like it's really just a dusty storage room. There's boxes and barrels and bags. Everything's coated in a thick layer of dust. Doesn't look like anybody's been down here for ages. There is a short staircase, and there's a door at the top that would presumably take you up somewhere. But at the moment, you had, and during this whole process, you have seen nor heard any sign of that spider. You know you didn't kill it, but it has not been able, either it cannot or it was so wounded that it chose not to come after you when you left its cave.
Does this trap door that we came through have a latch or anything on it that we could?
Yeah. You can bolt it, or you could even just drag some boxes onto it because there's plenty of stuff around.
Yeah, no spider in here, please.
No more arachnids for me.
That's good, because that was really scary.
Hmm?
Now, guys, don't forget, everyone has to pretend to be a fairy just like me, because you guys really aren't supposed to be here. But we have to find Ariadne now.
Do you think maybe we could make wings out of the stuff around here so we can blend in better?
Oh, I love playing dress up. That's such a good idea.
But
Jim,
you
sorry.
don't need to dress up. You are Pixie.
Oh, but can't I dress up too? I want to play.
You can dress up.
with me.
Okay.
Is there anything
Yeah, is there
around?
cloth or anything?
Hey, why don't you guys go ahead and make some perception checks? Start
Yeah.
digging around and see what you can find in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makeover.
21.
Oh, yes, you find it. 16.
14.
I love dress up.
24.
24. Whoa,
That's awesome.
Oopsie's on top of the game. All right, so looking around, you begin digging through boxes, pulling aside these huge old sheets and finding these old wooden chests full of stuff, and most of it's junk. Some of it you're really not like. There's like one that's just a big box of definitely not valuable, but interesting looking shiny rocks that you don't see any reason why they would have a big box of them, but here they are. Then there's one that's literally just a chest about 2 feet long and a foot tall, like this locker, this foot locker that's just full of glitter. When you open that, oopsie, you get like a puff of glitter in the face, and you know that's just going to be your life for the next, probably the rest of it. You'll probably be finding glitter all over yourself forever now. But eventually, you come across what looks like an old, abandoned, like theater department props and costumes section. And you find a collection of like a rainbow collection of togas and laurel wreaths. And that's about it in terms of like disguises. Now, Moondust, you know that there are like nymphs and dryads and stuff who very much would wear things like this. So it's possible that they could try to use these as disguises.
Okay, hurry up. Everyone put these on right now, and I'll sprinkle you with glitter. And I'm going to go, and I have tiny little hands. I'm going to get a little scoop, and I go and I drop it right on Hawk. And then I go and I get a scoop. I drop it right on Ooptsy. I go and I get a scoop. I drop it right on Rias, and I go and I drop it right on Peepa. But I keep doing it because my hands are so small that I have to do like 5 drops per person to fully glitterify them.
I hide.
There is glitter like everywhere now.
And then
it's
I would like to
all over the room.
I'm going to dive into the glitter.
Oh, yes. You come out sparkling like a gem-encrusted statuette of a fairy.
Is there any glitter on my tongue?
Well, you're not supposed to eat it.
I
At least I
didn't
don't
mean
think
to.
so. I've never tried to eat it before.
It's not good.
I won't eat it.
I want to put on like 2 of the togas and like 3 of the laurels.
Mm-hmm.
And stand up, and he's like, Ooptsy, pickle Pixie. Ooh.
That's perfect. Hawk, what do you have on?
The same outfit.
Oh, that's not gonna work for us. You have to put this on. And I'm like trying to drag over this toga.
Just put over.
Yeah, Hawk puts it over, but like makes sure that all of his weapons, he like cuts holes through it so that all the weapon handles are accessible and the quiver is still accessible. He's just kind of like ripping it and like, all right.
Just for kicks and giggles, can you make me a crafts check?
Yes.
Hey, I've got +6 in this, so let's see. Well, when you roll a 1 on the dice.
Oh.
Just start by the end of it, like he's just tearing apart this toga, and by the end of it, he just has this blue and purple like strips of cloth that he has like wrapped around himself, and it just looks like strips of rags that he has tied to himself in various spots.
I
It's
like
horrid.
it better.
I don't think you put that on right, but don't worry, I can fix it. And I go and I'll get 2 big scoops of glitter and drop it on it.
No, it's fine. Stop it!
No, I think
At this
you
point,
needed
there's
that.
just so much glitter in the air that even just walking around, it clings to you.
Reese has his like kind of stuck, and his like face is just out because it can't go over his horns and stuff.
Oh.
Don't think it's working for me either.
Do you need help? Peepa, can you help him?
Sure, I'll try. So she'll walk over and try to like fold it and push his face through, and and finally it like pops in. Oh, there you are. Okay, that looks great. And it kind of ends up looking like this like Victorian like thing up here, those
The
fans.
food thing.
Yeah. And then she stands back and she's just like, that's fancy. What do you think, Moondust?
Does he
Need
have
glitter.
enough glitter?
Need glitter.
He
No,
needs more
plenty.
glitter.
Plenty,
And I
go away.
drop it. Oh, Peepa, can you cast anything like that involves water?
Oh, no, I don't
Wash
do
off the
water
glitter?
spells.
Can I borrow some of your sap?
Yes, here. And she just kind of squeezes and squeezes into her little
And I grab it
hand.
and I'll go put some sap on Rias's horns and then douse it in glitter so it really
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Here.
I come back to life for this. Ah, boy.
Oh no, Bonnie. Sorry.
sticks. Okay, I think we can go find her now.
Okay. Lead the way. Wait, hold on. Do we have to act a certain way? I mean, do we have different voices or should we like walk differently? I mean, I've never been to unicorn school, so I don't know.
Well, everybody in unicorn school is filled with happiness and
Okay.
love
Oh.
and sparkle. So as long as you guys are just really happy and you talk about love and glitter and sparkles and sleepovers and parties and birthday cake, you'll fit in just fine.
Ooptsy has concerns about Hawk.
Yeah, he's never really happy.
He doesn't know smiles.
I go and I land on Hawk's shoulder. Hawk, I hear you're not very happy. Do we need to have a happy hug circle?
No, I'd be happier if we didn't.
Oh, would you like some fairy dust? Or maybe a feeling circle? We could talk about our feelings. A lot of times that makes me feel better.
Moon
What?
dust. I
Yeah.
found something, and then like in the crate, she finds like this marker and walks over to Hawk and makes like a smile and a smile,
Okay.
and then two
That
little.
probably
That's a-
looks vastly more
beard.
disturbing. than if
You're drawing on his beard. Smile.
That's okay. That's okay. She doesn't know. I think that looks good. What do you think, Moon dust?
Hawk, are you happy?
Yes.
Yeah, it worked. It worked, Peepa. You'll fit in just great here at Unicorn School.
Great. So you lead the way.
Okay, I'm gonna fly up the little staircase and poke my head out, but I will be invisible. I'll go invisible.
Okay. So you go invisible, flat the stairs.
But you just see like a little trail of all the glitter falling off.
Oh yeah, there's so much. Like everywhere you walk, there's like you all are leaving like a trail of glitter.
Slipping on glitter.
There's just so much glitter everywhere. It's still just swirling in the air for where she would just toss it at you. And you look out of the room. You see around you some very familiar. I mean, their buildings is a weird word for it because what they really are is massive, huge, fat trees that look like they've been hollowed out so that you could actually like walk into them. And there are a lot of them. And you can hear like some general hubbub, and you see. It looks like most of the classes are actually in session. You looking through the crack in the door, you can actually see like a classroom full of like pixies and sprites and gnomes and brownies and satyrs and nymphs, and they're all sitting. They all sit on the floor on these little rugs in front of a majestic unicorn professor. Nobody seems to notice that you're peeking. Again, everybody's really intent on what they're doing. Sweet.
Guys, come on. Everybody's in class right now, so I think we'll just be fine walking right through.
Okay.
The way, little moon dusty.
I'll not be invisible anymore.
Okay.
This way.
I'm surprised we knew where we were supposed to be going. She was invisible.
I was whispering.
Just follow the glitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a trail of sparkling glitter. Before we go too far, we should note that Scott Denuzzo has become the bit boss, giving Ooptsy a hero point. So make sure
Yay!
keep that in
Thank you.
mind. And it does look like BRN 985 has given $5 twice, so that Ooptsy and Hawk can both have edges.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Thank you very much.
He might know something we don't know.
Fantastic. All right, so you guys follow Moon Dusk, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes up the stairs. And sorry, were you guys actually just leaving? Were you leaving that room?
Yeah.
Make sure. Okay.
Well, I was.
You head out. And as I had mentioned before, you see much the same thing that as you guys are sort of tiptoeing around, you're basically on this big, massive, like the whole campus of Unicorn School is this big lawn with basically in like redwoods, but much fatter, so much that 20 or so people could actually sit inside this hollowed out section of the trunk, and they're all paying rapt attention to these unicorns, and you can tell that the unicorns are the teachers because they're all wearing glasses, despite the fact that it would be probably physically impossible for horses of any kind to put glasses on themselves, but it gives them a very important and intellectual air. What do you guys do?
Moondust Glitter Valley Sparkle Wishes is going to be very distracted by all of the school and classes, and she's going to kind of flutter by them and then just kind of like automatically start participating in what they're doing.
So you guys watch as Moondust is almost like in a cartoon when somebody follows the scent of a pie, floating through the air, and she literally just starts like floating her way towards one of these places. You can see that it looks like she's going to attempt to join in on whatever it is that they're doing. Are you guys? What do you guys do?
Where we going?
Maybe we should sit towards the back of what's going on and watch.
Ooptsy didn't come for classes.
Yeah, we go to Siven.
I don't care about rainbows.
Well, we don't even know what they're talking about yet. Maybe it's something important about your dooms.
It's probably rainbows.
What are they teaching, Jim?
You get close enough to hear what they're chatting about, and you hear that the unicorn professor is talking about rainbows and the likelihood of generating sometimes double rainbows. And when he mentions double rainbows, the whole class is like, ooh. And then the unicorn professor like rears up real quick and like shoots a rainbow from his horn, and the whole class is clapping.
Which professor is this?
You don't recognize them.
It's probably Professor Rainbow.
Oh, I'm gonna flutter back. Guys, did you see there's a rainbow? That was amazing. Did you know that sometimes there can be double rainbows?
Oh, that's awesome, but we need to remember Hawk made a good point. We're here to save Ooptsy.
Oh yeah. Do I know which way to go?
You do, yeah. You know that you very very rarely do students ever have to go and speak to Ariadne, but everybody knows the way to get there. You know that the center of campus is one of the largest trees of all, and it is the great Hamadryad's tree, and that is where she always is because that is where she lives. Some say she actually sort of is the tree, but you've definitely seen her before. She's a woman, but she also might be the tree. It gets a little confusing there, but you know exactly where it would be.
Oh yeah, come on guys, let's go this way. And I'll start flying that way, but if I see anyone I know or recognize, I will be distracted.
So, I want to note that Scott Denuzzo has resubbed for 28 months.
Ooh.
See the lake called Ness has resubbed for 8 months.
Yay!
Servo is out there gifting subs. He's gifted 5. He's gifted 5 of them.
Yay!
And he's also resubbed himself. So,
Yay! Thank you guys.
And do we want to talk about Brian Saffron Thunder?
Yeah, because
no,
his name's
I don't think
awesome.
we need to worry about your hero point. We'll just. Thanks for running the bit, boss, Brian. But we're not going to give Hawk any more hero points. He doesn't need those.
Too late. It happened.
It's too late. Okay, so you're making your way through Unicorn School. Just out of curiosity, are you guys being stealthy about it? Are you just making your way? Are you? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't want to.
No, I think Ooptsy's pretty confident that he's the pickle pixie.
Sure.
So
Sure.
he's probably like shaking hands with people he meets along the way.
Well, there's surprisingly not a lot of like movement right now because everybody's in classes. So unless you guys actually walk into classrooms and disturb them, not a whole lot of people really notice you at first. Occasionally, somebody will be walking around, and but they usually like just you get a couple of glances, but nothing like lingering. People seem to be, at least initially, sort of buying your weird glittery toga costumes. Until you are starting to round one of these great trees, making your way towards the very center of the campus where the Hamadryad lives, and you nearly bump into the great, magnificent bulk of a unicorn professor who spots you. The silver-maned horse, like her eyes go wide and blinks and steps back for a little bit. She looks at all of you. You can see, like, she squints her eyes very suspiciously.
Hawk
Who
goes,
are you?
Hi, I'm Munda's Glitter Valley Sparkle Wishes. I go here.
Okay, I mean, there's glitter. Bright colors, that makes sense.
And we love rainbows and we love happiness so much.
Okay, that checks.
What's your name? I don't
she,
think I've met you yet.
She sort of, like, swivels her gaze over to Hawk and says, "You, what's the best flavor of cotton candy?"
Oh, this is so easy, Hawk. This is so easy.
every flavor combined into a rainbow.
I would have said purple, but that checks.
But he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong, because technically all cotton candy is the best flavor.
Exactly. Do you want some? I have some. I'll pull out cotton candy.
Make a deception check.
Wait, why?
Because you guys are all you are collectively attempting to deceive
Oh, I do not want to deceive.
Fluffy. Well, I know I know you aren't lying to her, but the rest of your companions are trying to pass as something they're not. So I would like a general group deception check. I was going to let you make it because I figured
Yes.
you would be the best at it.
Yep,
But it doesn't
and I
have to be
should,
you.
because that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
27.
Ooh, let's go with Peepers.
Okay. Okay.
My deception's
All
a +8. I rolled a 19.
I got a 6.
You see that the unicorn sort of just shakes her mane. She's like, "No, that's okay. I have to go away, but whatever." And she starts trotting off. You apparently have tricked your way past.
Just for Nathan.
Yeah.
This female unicorn's name Jan.
It was Jan. This is Jan the unicorn.
So, how come that unicorn wasn't as friendly as like you are? And you said that everyone talks about happiness, but that one seemed kind of grumpy.
Unicorns are the happiest, most magical, most wonderful creatures you could ever meet. Haven't I told you about my dads and my best friends and all the unicorns that I've ever met my whole life? Oh, I had this professor once who was the best professor ever because of their happiness and,
But that one wasn't happy.
oh no, she was very happy. She was talking about candy and cotton candy, which is even better than candy because it's like candy but cotton.
Yeah, but she got real sassy when she left us.
I don't think so. What were we doing? Are we late for class?
Moondust, you're getting sassy. Is something okay? Are you?
What? I mean, are we supposed to do something?
Yeah, we're supposed to save Ooptsy.
Right. Come on, we have to go. And I'll just flutter.
So you make your way very quickly through the huge collection of trees, and pretty soon you find yourself standing before the very largest tree in all of Unicorn School, at the very center of this great bramble-walled campus. And it looks like this is almost like an entire ecology all of its own. Various mosses, vines, and flowers. And it would appear even other tiny trees are growing out from this massive trunk. You have to like crane your neck to even begin to see the first leaves high above you. You see that leaning against this tree, sort of lounging on a bed of moss, is a great green-skinned giantess, chatting with a flock of brightly colored birds perched around her. And her squawking conversation stops as you approach. She, like, looks, and then her eyes go right to you, Moondust, and she says, "Is that you, Moondust Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes?
It's me! Hi!
How are you doing? Who
Oh my
are all
gosh.
these people?"
I am so good. I've been going on adventures. Somehow I ran into this building one time and I couldn't find my way out. And then I made a lot of friends. And now I go on adventures with them sometimes. These are my friends. Come meet my friends.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, why did you bring them here? It is very, very against the rules to bring non-fairy creatures here.
Peepa, why were we here again? Oh yeah. Our friend needs your help, and you're the most magical, most mystical, wonderful person that I know. And I knew that if anyone could help, it would be you.
I mean, you're not wrong. I am the most magical, mystical creature that you know. But still, rules are rules.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break any rules, but I made this friend here, Ooptsy, and Ooptsy likes pickles, and Ooptsy's gonna go to sleep for forever if we don't help him.
Well, all right, Ooptsy, come here.
Oh, pickles.
When as you step forward, this great green giantess actually starts to shrink down until she's about the size of an average human woman. She looks you over, Ooptsy. She looks in your ears. She tells you to open your mouth and say ah. She places a hand on your forehead and she listens to your breathing. Finally, she pulls away with a very sad look on her face. Says, "I understand, I guess. I mean, you were hit with something very, very bad. I mean, I'm quite shocked that you're even alive. I can heal a lot of wounds because, as Moondust Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes said, I am the most magical, mystical creature in this entire forest.
Whole world.
But this is gonna be very, very tricky. I could do it, but I do need something first. Something that's going to be very dangerous to get and very difficult.
Candy.
I need a crystal from the cave at the top of Sugar Rock Mountain, which is not very far. But the path is not very easy. If you can bring me one of those, I can help heal the wound in Ooptsy's soul."
Well, yeah.
Where is it?
Moondust can show you the way. Sugar Rock Mountain is not far. You simply leave, and then you look up into the sky, and you find the cloud that's shaped like a bear, and you follow it.
But why
Then you'll
is it
find
dangerous?
Sugar Rock Mountain.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Why
because
is
as I'm sure you may have discovered, that while many things are very beautiful and wonderful and mystical in this world, in this land, there are many things that are quite the opposite. And I cannot protect you once you leave the walls of Unicorn School.
What about the basement?
What about the
Unicorn
basement?
School?
That is where I assume you got these very, very fine clothes and all of this glitter.
I mean, but the spider guy almost killed Rias.
Oh yes, the spider cannot come in here, but we cannot entirely keep him out of his home. He moved in some time ago.
Is there anything we need to know about this trip? This adventure? Any advice you can give us?
Well, there's lots of things you need to know, but there's really not much that I can tell you. The
Yeah,
world outside these walls is constantly changing. You could find anything and everything and you probably will.
Can we use the front door?
I will in this one case, because you are very, very sick. And you are a friend of Moondusk, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes. I will give you all a hall pass.
A hall pass? I don't think I even had one of those when I went to school here.
She goes back to the tree, and she almost like reaches inside the tree, and when she comes out, there's this big, like flat wooden block on a vine chain, and it looks really heavy and cumbersome. And she says, whenever you're walking through Unicorn School, you will have to wear these, and no one will stop you.
Oh, thank you so much. See, guys, I told you how wonderful and magical and powerful and mystical she was. Isn't she amazing?
Thank you very much for your help. We do greatly appreciate it.
Well, of course.
I've never been up at the top of Sugar Candy Mountain before. Sugar
Well, that is
Rock
good,
Mountain.
because we always told you never ever to go there.
I've
so
heard
it is
scary
good that you
things
listened.
live up there. Is
Oh
it
yes,
true?
the most horrible things. Oh, indeed. The scariest thing of all lives up there.
Have we tried giving it a hug circle?
I wouldn't.
How scary is this gonna be?
It's going to be the most scary thing you've ever done.
Whoa, but you believe in me enough to go there?
Yes.
Wow. Guys, we have to go. We have to hurry. We have to save Ooptsy.
Oh, he just said that. You just said it's you only, so we'll wait for you here.
Oh no, you'll all have to go, or she will definitely not make it.
Oh. Okay.
I believe in you all as a collective.
Okay.
All right.
We ready?
Yes, thank you, oh mighty, powerful, glittery one.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Okay.
Good luck.
Have a pickle. Pickle, Pixie.
Okay, so all we have to do is get to the top of Sugar Rock Mountain. We have to retrieve this, what was it, a rock? A pretty gemstone?
Crystal. Yes,
Ooh.
crystal.
Okay, so we have to get that and then we have to bring it back. That sounds really easy.
Yeah, but you said, or she said that there was this really scary thing at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, when I was little, my dads used to read me a bedtime story about Sugar Rock Mountain, and it used to be about how the name was so sweet and sounded like a place where you could go and get candy, but it was a place that little kids and little fairies would go and then they would never come back.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that most of us aren't fairies. We're little kids, even though I'm little.
It's probably just rainbows up there.
I do like rainbows. Okay, it's this way. So just make sure you're wearing your hall pass so we can go through the halls.
Oh, I show everybody the hall pass. Like people on the far side of the hall. Like we're Lilu Dallas multipassing it.
Yes, Lilu Dallas. Multipass.
Nobody seems particularly like impressed with the hall pass, but nobody stops you. I mean, everybody seems it's kind of weird because you're this glittery, red-robed goblin halfling is running up to everybody, shoving the hall pass in their faces, and you get a couple of startled reactions. But nobody challenges you as you make your way out the front gates of Unicorn School. You can see that when you get there, there's really no like guards at the gates or anything, but there is definitely what is definitely a gate. And as you approach it, the wall of brambles actually just sort of like creates a path for you to leave safely. And you would think that coming back, as long as you have the hall pass, should be just as easy. You simply walk forward, and the wall should make a path for you. You get outside of the Unicorn School campus, you turn your gaze skyward, and you do see a cloud that looks just like a big, fluffy teddy bear.
It's a shame that Artemis and Shaka Khan are not here to see that, because that's really cool.
And Matt Mercenary.
Shaka. Oh, yes, Matt, too.
We got a lot of bears at HEI.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very bear-centric place.
Well, must be the money from the Care Bear Center.
It's true.
Bear Care.
As Hawk kind of gets out of the gates, he's gonna look in the direction that they had to sneak in. And he's just gonna let out a whistle, just to see if Ajax will respond.
Oh.
Now that they're outside.
You let out a whistle. You wait. Maybe even as long as 2-3 minutes. And you don't hear or see any response.
I think.
What do you guys
I
do?
mean,
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I think if we've kind of waited a bit. I mean, the mission is the mission. He'll keep going, but he'll give one more whistle just to kind of, if Ajax can hear it, pull him in the direction again.
Sure. So you guys have a direction to go. We don't usually get too deep into things like the exploration activities and stuff, but I do want to remind you that there are a number of things that as you're moving along, you can be doing. If you want to be moving stealthily or just searching or making, pinging detect magic all the time, these are all sort of things that you can do as you move along that can, and some of them actually give like bonuses and stuff. Like if you have somebody on lookout, you can all get a +1 bonus to your initiative rolls if you have to roll it. But I just wanted to remind you as you're moving through areas like this, those are great options for you. You just have to let me know what you want to be doing as you're making your way forward. Otherwise, you can just walk forward. And the bear cloud does seem to be like, as you move, like it seems to move with you, like in a constant direction. And as you're moving, after about 10 minutes, you actually see like, and it feels weird because you would think that if it was mountain, you would have seen it far sooner, but you can now start to see through the trees. There is like this rising glittery stone edifice, and now where there did not really used to be, there does seem to be a mountain ahead of you.
We match the glittery so we get some concealment.
Oopsy's default is to stealth in this situation anyway.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I'm gonna stealth it up.
All right, so you are avoiding notice.
I think Hawk's probably gonna, when he hunts, he's often stealthing, but I think he's gonna scout because we've been told of such great danger. He wants to keep
Sure.
an eye out for anything.
Sure.
So I rolled a natural 20. Modified out is 32.
Whoa.
Stealth.
You're a very stealthy boy. All right. You'll still have to roll stealth for initiative if it's called for, but that will be you're almost guaranteed to start a combat hidden because I don't think anything is going to meet your stealth roll. We'll see.
Nathan,
About-
are you scouting ahead?
What was that?
I was just saying, Nathan, is Hawk scouting ahead?
Yeah, he's scouting. The way scouting works is it's kind of ahead, it's to the sides, it's kind of moving around the party just to make sure. But yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say too, Rias will be in the back. He'll kind of check out like the backside, but because he kind of towers over everybody else as well too.
Yeah.
Our tail, my tail, actually.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'll be leading the pack, thinking I'm searching or scouting, but really I forget every few seconds what I'm doing. So
Right. I mean, because there's a purple flower over there that smells like candy apples. And then there's a little bug on the ground that has a pink and blue shell. And then like all these things that are just so wonderful. Peepa, is there anything in particular you're going to be doing as you're moving along?
I'll look for magic if anything pops out.
You do detect a lot of magic around. There are...
Not just the whole world, yeah.
Yeah, but you start to sort of sift through it and start to get a feel for like, the important bits. You know, at first it's a little overwhelming, but the further you move along, you know that some of it, like there's some flowers that just give off a magical aura, and then there are some creatures that have magical auras, and you start to sift through the noise and start to try to focus on like, okay, what are the important things? What are the things that are out of place or that might present some kind of a danger? And you don't really detect anything that gives you pause. But I would like to get a perception check from the group at this point.
Okay.
3.
19.
Michael Jordan.
No.
Nice.
That's not a thing.
I mean, I rolled a
Uh,
23.
16.
Oh, me too. Yay.
14.
Hawk, you actually hear the distant but sharp sound of a startled bark somewhere off the path to the west, or what you would guess is west. It's very difficult to tell directions here in this world because the sun doesn't really exist. What do you do?
Hawk's going west.
Hawk just takes off. He goes cutting through the trees. What do the rest of you do?
Oh, where are you disappearing off to?
Oh, I heard
He's
a bark.
already like he's
Yeah.
going. Like he's just disappeared into the trees.
Did he just go to the side?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's like he hears the noise in the forest and just goes running off after it. So he's
Okay.
like,
He was
He's-
behind me, so I don't even see him and just keep going forward. Flying.
right.
Should we all blend in? I mean, where did Hawk go?
So he started disappearing. He ran out that direction.
I think we should all blend in with our surroundings and go. And I'm like, I like go back into the trees and just kind
Okay.
of blend in.
So you guys wait at the path, trying to blend into your surroundings. Hawk, you start rushing through the woods, and you're hearing now the bark repeats a few times, and you know that you're getting closer and closer to it. You get about probably 50 yards through the trees. It's a little bit slow going because there's so much undergrowth here. You're not really on a path. When you burst upon a concerning scene, you see a dog that you definitely recognize. It is absolutely Ajax, and he is running around a tree, back and forth, trying to avoid a trio of small alligator-faced hunters holding spears and nets. There can be no doubt that they mean to capture the dog, and as you watch them lick their toothy jaws, you can see that you get the distinct impression that when they capture him, they intend to eat him. What do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna let out a whistle to let Ajax know I'm there.
Okay.
I'm hunting prey and I'm firing my bow.
All right, you let out a whistle, and as soon as you do, these they're about Ooptsy size, these alligator creatures like turn around, and it is time to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
I want to take the moment to say that Scott Denuzzo just gifted 10 subs.
Heyo.
Thank you, Scott.
We also had a
Sorry.
follow from D. Volez.
Thank you.
Voiles, thank you, welcome. And because Hawk might need it, Penguin Witch Doctor donated $30 for an edge and an overcharge for ya boy Hawk.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
Oh, and
I
Jim.
might need it.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
Scott
looks like
Denuzzo
Scott
gave you
Denuzzo.
a. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
Scott
it.
Denuzzo gets a hero point. The true hero here, me.
I don't think Scott understands what's happening.
I will say, everyone, because I was scouting, I think they technically get a +1.
Yeah, they would get a +1 bonus to their initiative rolls.
Cool.
21.
All right, so I got Moon Dust on a 21. What does Hawk got?
21 also.
Oh, okay. Hawk, just for ease's sake, I'm actually going to put you ahead of Moon Dust because you're actually on scene and they are back on the path.
You go.
Oopsie.
31.
31.
My God.
He was stealthing hard.
That is awesome.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but I'm using all the high rolls now.
Yes.
18.
18.
Good initiative here.
Not bad, not bad.
Maybe.
And Peepa.
I'm trying my hardest to really blend in with the little trees and shrubbery. So 15.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back of the pack.
Spreading my leaves enough so it looks like I'm blending.
We blend
All
with
right.
the whole surroundings. They're glittery and we're glittery. See?
This is true. This is true.
Oopsie, it's technically your turn. However, you're not really aware of what's going on. We'll definitely allow a perception check because there was the whistling and there's more barking and.
I might have been so focused on just like being sneaky. Only
Yeah.
a 12. On
12, yeah. So there's a lot as like Peepa is trying to like dive into some bushes and everybody Moondust doesn't even seem to have noticed that anything is going on. She suddenly like turns around and is like, oh wait, what are you all doing? Did you find some candy? And you don't you haven't really noticed that anything's going on, but you did see Hawk go just like charging into the woods. He is now passed out of sight, like he's in the weeds now. So what do you do? Anything?
I mean, I'd slowly, at my normal speed, kind of
Sure.
head that way. Because if he left with an intent,
Yeah.
I at least want to be aware.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So you start heading into the woods. Hawk, you burst onto the scene. You see these 3 armed alligator men. And then it occurs to you that your companions did not follow you into this particular scene, but you are Hawk, so maybe you'll come through just fine.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna closest one. I'm gonna hunt prey on them,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna do my 2 shots at them.
All right. 2 shots coming in at the first of these little guys.
The first one will be a total of 28.
28 is a hit.
Nice.
Oh my god.
And then the second arrow minus 5, yes,
Yep, that's correct.
is a 15.
15 is a miss.
You
So
have
1
2
hit, 1
edges.
miss.
1 hit, 1 miss. And
Don't
D8.
forget you have edges, Nathan.
Oh, that's right. I feel like those minuses are rarely. How many do I have? I got.
You have 2 edges and an overcharge. You have an overcharge, which you may or may not want to use because you can add that to your damage roll.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm probably gonna do that. In just a moment. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add that because that was a poor roll. I got to save Ajax. That'll be a total of, I think, only 8 damage. 8 damage.
Did you add your precision damage?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I rolled a 1 and a 3
Yikes, Hawk.
on those d8s.
That
Oh,
sucks.
it's a hit. You got a
It's a
hit. That's the
and
important
you know what?
thing.
That's
They
points.
know I'm here, so their focus is split.
Their focus is split. Moondust, Glitter Violet, Sparkle Wishes, you are still back on the path. You see Oopsie now is starting to creep through the woods. All that's left is Rias and Peepa with you now. What do you do?
Turn around and I look at Peepa, who's now blending in with the trees. Oh, are we playing hide and seek? Why didn't you tell me? I'm really good at hiding. And I go invisible.
Yep.
What's going on, Peepa? Can you find me?
Do I even know what's going on? Because Hawk didn't say.
Again, you saw Hawk run off. You see Oopsie was like going after him.
I would say, go hide towards where Oopsie just ran, and then let me know.
Okay, oopsie. And I'll just like fly in that direction. 40
Okay.
feet is as fast
You
as
go
I can.
flying. Yeah, you can't quite get to Oopsie because I believe going invisible is 2 actions. So you have 1 action left to move. So you move and you get to where you can see Oopsie, and he's creeping ahead of you. He's made it a little bit further than you did. But he
can
and
she see Oopsie though?
Well, I mean, if he's still creeping along, maybe he can't. Maybe she can't. You can't see her, so I guess y'all just pass each other in the night.
I like to think that we're right next to each other.
Don't even.
All you hear is like Moonjustice's little like from flying really fast.
Oopsie just thinks it's him.
Rias,
Reese
it's
is
your
gonna pull
turn.
crossbow, and he's gonna start heading in the direction that Hawk went running.
All right, so you start rushing after Hawk. Then it's my turn, and one of these little guys with the spear is just gonna rush forward and try to stab you with it. These spears are pretty long. He doesn't have to get right next to you. He just stands about 10 feet away and tries to gut you with this thing.
Here, that is.
Spear comes in and hit an armor class of 28.
Ooh,
Wow.
will get me, Jim.
Gonna get you. It's not a crit though, right?
No, it's not.
Excellent. So it jabs you with the spear. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
He had to step up to do that, so he's going to go ahead and use his last action to try to stab you again. But he's only going to get an armor class of 12 on that one, so I think that's probably going to miss.
That'll miss.
The second of these creatures, instead of a spear, has got this net in its hand and just chucks the net at you. So this is still against your armor class, and that is going to hit an armor class of dirty 20.
That will hit.
Oh.
All right. So as the net hits you, it's not a critical hit, so it's not too bad. You're going to take a minus 10-foot penalty to your movement speed, and you are. I'm sorry. It's not. It doesn't have it can't hold you in place, so you just kind of get tangled up a little bit. So yeah, you take a minus 10-foot penalty to your speed, and you are flat-footed.
Got it. Okay.
And then the third one of these creatures is going to step up and try to stab you with its spear. So it steps up, it jabs. You are currently flat-footed, so your armor class is reduced by 2, and this guy hits an armor class of 31.
Oh.
That's a critical hit.
That's a critical hit. So he jabs you good, just gets a real, as you're like flailing in the net trying to get away, he sees an opening and just gets you almost right through the throat. But it's actually not as bad as I had hoped. He almost gets you in the throat, but you turn aside you almost almost fall over at just the right moment to avoid getting your jugular opened. You do still take 14 points of piercing damage.
Oh my gosh.
And that is their actions for the round. That will take us to Peepa's turn. Rias and Oopsie. Everybody else has now gone into the forest. You're trying to find somewhere to hide. What do you do?
I'm gonna start darting into the forest.
You start rushing into the woods.
Can I sing?
Trying to catch up with
Can I sing?
yeah, you can. If you want to take one of your actions to sing, you can. I will tell you that Hawk is not in range of your song currently, but
okay.
if you went by the time at the end of your movement, your other friends will be.
Okay. Yeah, let me start singing because I feel like
Okay.
I would sense danger if everyone just went bolting into the.
Oh yeah, I mean there's
forest.
something bad going on for sure.
Okay. I'll start singing.
All right, that sounds good. Oopsie, is your turn. Now you can sort of hear the sounds of combat. You hear some weird growling, yipping cries, shouts of pain. What do you do?
I will drop my stealth movement.
Okay.
I'll draw my glaive.
Okay.
And then I'll charge towards the direction. Get as far as I can get.
Okay. You with 2 actions, you get ahead, and now you can see that up ahead at the end of your turn, you can see Hawk is struggling in a net ahead. You can't quite through the underbrush see what he's doing, who he's fighting, but you do see this spear almost take his head off. You see blood spattering in places. You see him struggling in this net. He's definitely in quite a bit of trouble. Hawk, speaking of being in trouble, it is your turn. With the net, you can make an escape check. The escape action is athletics or an attack roll. You can basically just make an unarmed attack roll or an athletics check to try to just basically throw the net off.
Okay.
If you want. If you don't, then you still have all the penalties that you currently have. But it's up to you. I'm just letting you know that option.
What are the unarmed attack? What do I add to that? Is that dexterity based?
It should be strength based. Oh no, it can be dexterity based. I believe it's finesse. I believe your fists are finesse weapons if you want them to be.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll get an attack roll.
Okay.
I got 3 people up on me. I got to try and get away.
Yeah.
That's a soft 20.
Soft 20 is enough. You basically just
Did you have my one?
Well, you're not close enough.
Yeah. Oh, at the end of this.
He's out of range. He's out of range.
Ignore me.
And either way, it's a success. You do manage to. You struggle your way free of the net, throw it off of yourself, giving yourself that freedom of movement around. And you still have 2 actions left.
2 actions left. One of them, I'm gonna back up 30 feet.
Okay. As you move away, these little creatures seem to be able to react incredibly quickly.
Oh, no.
While not everything has an attack of opportunity, these creatures do. And they both jab with the spears.
Oh no.
Taking advantage of that reaction. Hawk, the first one is going to hit an armor class of 29. You're no longer flat-footed, so keep that in mind for your... and the second one is going to hit an armor class of 27.
Oh my gosh.
So the first one's a critical hit.
Oh.
Didn't think you were gonna throw
those guys at us.
I didn't know that you'd be fighting them all by your lonesome.
Yeah, you think you're gonna kill Ooptsy, but you've killed Rias and you killed Hawk.
I know, right? This guy, as you're moving, you didn't expect them to have such. They're very well trained hunters. You didn't expect this lightning fast reaction as you try to back away. He almost trips you up with the spear between your legs and then jams up into your belly. He takes 17 points.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
oh my gosh, oh my
man.
gosh.
So what happens when you take more than what you have left?
You go to 0. Normally you would be at dying 1, but because you were dropped by a critical hit, you start at dying 2.
Oh, no.
So I am that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You
That's
black out.
My turn.
You black out, and it is Moondusk, Glitter Violet, Sparklewish's turn.
I want to keep flying toward the noise and the commotion.
Okay.
How far away
What is
that
your
from
fly
me?
speed?
40.
40. Okay, so you can get quite a bit closer to the action. And actually, Ooptsy had taken an action to draw a weapon. So you actually burst into this little clearing as you see this alligator man ripping a spear right out of Hawk's gut, and he falls forward into the dirt. He might be sleeping. You don't know. He doesn't look good. You see there's a dog barking furiously nearby. You recognize it's Ajax. But these 3 alligator creatures, they are very mean looking. They don't see you because you're invisible. What do you do? Or actually, it would have been all 3 of your actions to get there because you guys were far enough away. So you can get onto the scene, still invisible.
How many feet away do you... I don't need to be on the scene. I just need to be within 100 feet.
To do what? What are you trying to do?
Shoot my arrow.
Shoot arrows? Okay. I would say that with the density of the forest, you would have to get a lot closer than 100 feet to get a clear line of sight on these creatures, especially because they're small, so they hide very easily in the brush. So you would not have a clear line of sight until you get up closer to the battle.
Okay, so you said all 3 of my actions to get up closer?
Yes.
Okay. That's
That'll give you a clear line of sight to act normally after this round.
So I'll have noticed Hawk under the net, or unconscious, and I'll be like, "That's a really weird place for hide and seek, but I guess if that's what he's trying to do," and then I'll look up and see the scary guys and be like, "Oh, uh-oh," and then I'm still invisible. That's it.
Yes. You are invisible, but as your voice sort of rings out, you can see they're all looking around like,
It was
and
in
they're
my
pointing at.
head.
Oh, I thought you were really saying it.
No, I was saying it to myself.
Fine, then they don't do that.
They can do that.
Rias.
Too, I know.
Rias.
So I had moved like full speed for 2 actions to get to him. Would I have seen Hawk go down, or am I too far away?
So you basically you would have to use all 3. If you used all 3 of your actions, you could get to Hawk this round, or you could use 2 actions and get to Ooptsy. But you had started because Ooptsy has taken basically 2 rounds to get where he is, so you would need to at least spend most of your time moving. If you get to where Ooptsy is, I said that Ooptsy could at least see Hawk where he was. So if you get to where Ooptsy is, you would then have a 3rd action if you wanted to take it.
Yeah. Well, Reese isn't feeling good. He doesn't have a lot of spells left either. He's moving for 1 action. I'm gonna load my heavy crossbow, and then I'm gonna use my final action to continue moving.
All right, so you move forward. You can see Ooptsy up ahead, but you can't quite see what's going on. You know that you hear like some screaming, and you hear some weird grunting language up ahead. You're not quite sure what's going on. It is now these creatures' turn. They aren't currently aware that Ooptsy's in the bushes because he's super hidden. They're not aware of Moondusk Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes because she's invisible. All they know is that there's this dog and there's a hawk. So one of the one that dropped Hawk, Moondust, you see it like walk over to Hawk, and it puts its spear on the ground, and it starts like rolling his body over, and it looks like it's got it has this like net on it. It's gonna start like tying a rope around his ankles, and then that's its whole turn as it's doing that. The other 2 go refocus their attention back on Ajax, and one of them has goes over, picks up the net that he threw at Hawk, and they start to stalk towards Ajax once again. Looks like they're going to try to catch him as well. That is all they can do in their. They can start those processes, but they can't quite do anything else with 3 actions. So Peepa, what are you going to do?
Okay. Am I up closer to the scene?
You're basically where Rias just was. So you could take, if you moved all 3 actions, you could get up to where Hawk is. If you take 2 actions, you could get up near Rias and Ooptsy. You could hang back where you are and do something else, but you can't really see what's going on up there. There's too much in the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me take 2 actions to go to where Ooptsy and Rias is.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Are you... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
You have 1 action left. Go ahead.
Oh, goodness. I'm going to cast... No, I gotta see her. Okay. I'll start singing.
Singing. So as you are singing now, these alligator guys that looks like they were about to just finish up catching their meals and drag them off to wherever they were going to have a nice lunch, they hear this song and they stop what they're doing, and now they're looking back, and you hear this like as they realize that Hawk was not truly alone. And we move into the next round with Ooptsy at the top of it. You're 1 movement away from where Hawk is, and Hawk currently has one of these creatures like binding up his ankles to like drag him through the forest.
All right. So I'm going to use that movement to get to Hawk, to the guy trying to tie him up.
Sure.
I'm going to try
you
and
get right
drop
there.
my
He
glaive.
put his spear down, so he's like not ready. He's like standing there shocked as you come charging up.
I'm going to drop my glaive upon him.
Add a +1.
At a +1, so that is enough, I'm guessing. I have to math. It's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 is a hit.
For a total of 11 slashing damage.
+1.
All right.
12 slashing damage.
It's important.
All right, so you rush in and just chop down at him as he's like barely react, like he hasn't even really had a chance to react. Didn't expect they thought they'd already won the battle, and then suddenly there's Ooptsy. You do have one action left.
For my other action, I'm gonna pivot around quickly, reach down and lay on hands onto Hawk,
All right,
giving him 6 hit points
6 hit points.
and
The
a plus
wounds
2
close.
AC for 1 round.
Ooh.
Hey, there you go. Plus 2 AC. You're on the ground, Hawk, but you like shock awake as the ache, like you still feel the agony burning in your abdomen, but some of it dulls just a little bit. And you see Ooptsy standing over you now. Your friends have arrived. It is your turn, in fact. You wake up. This creature looks like he's like tying a rope around your ankles as Ooptsy swoops in and just chops at him. What do you do?
I'm going to one action pull out my kukri
Yeah.
and kind of sit up and go at this guy.
All right, so you just sit up and try to slash this guy as he's trying to tie you up.
And I'm gonna use my reroll
Ooh. We're in that kind of territory, are we?
for a much better result of 25.
25 does it.
26 with people singing near me now.
Yes.
And that is my kukri, so that is one of these lovely d6 plus 1 plus 2 thanks to Peepa, so that'll be 6 points on that guy, and then I've got a third attack, right? Or I've got a third action.
Yeah, you've yeah.
Drawn weapon.
You still have one action
attack
left.
If I'm correct, a 15 does not hit.
15 will not do it. This guy finally gets the wherewithal to like back up a little bit, seeing that the fight's not quite over. Ducks back out of reach of your kukri real quick. It is Moondust's turn. Hawk wakes up. That's good. Didn't look like it was a good place to sleep at all.
No.
But he wakes up. Your friends look like they've arrived as well. What do you do?
The one that Hawk just slashed at that was tying up his feet, is he still alive?
Oh, he's still there. Yeah, he's still awake.
Okay, so she's gonna say to herself, I think that scary thing was trying to make Hawk sleepy, but I think I'm gonna make it sleepy instead. And so I have an arrow and I shake my little wings and I get pixie dust on the arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to shoot this creature with sleep.
Sleep, you say.
Nice.
All right, let me roll a will save real quick. That is a 22 on the will save.
Oh, if we had a sink, it would not. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't work.
All right.
And so for my, do I have one more action?
Well, you, as far as I know, you didn't have your bow in your hands, so you'd have had to draw it, prep the arrow, and fire, which would have been
Fair
3.
enough. Okay.
But you are visible because you fired an arrow. So suddenly
very
they're all
high
looking
up in the
around.
air.
Yeah, you're very high up in the air. But I'm just saying, everybody looks around now. They see that the battle is joined by this pixie. They may have bit off more than they could chew. Rias,
Am I close
you can
enough
see
to-
ahead. Like now that you're close, you're close enough to the battle to see everything. You're not next to Hawk or anything, but you can see what's going on up there now.
Am I able to at least shoot my crossbow to hit the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you
yeah.
can.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna take a fire +1 from Peepa as well too. Hey, that's pretty good. That is going to be a 24.
Nice.
24 does it. Nice
Cool.
hit.
Ooh, awesome. 8 points of piercing damage.
+1.
9 points of piercing damage.
All right. That arrow or that bolt comes whizzing through the trees, strikes this little alligator guy right in the chest. He looks like he was about to reach down to grab the spear that he had set down so he could tie up Hawk. And as he's reaching down, this bolt just catches him in the chest. He goes down in a heap. He's dead.
Nice.
Cool. I'm going to draw. Oh no, that was one action. Here's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I see Ooptsy is actually standing up. Hawk is still on the ground. I'm gonna do Oh no, those guys are too far away. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 guidances. 1 rune to one to Ooptsy, 1 to Hawk.
All right, so you guys will get an extra +1 thanks to guidance. It is now these creatures' turns. They turn around. One of them had a spear in his hand, is just going to come charging in at Oopsy. Spear leveled.
No.
Charging up.
No.
That is going to be a 28 to hit.
Oh my gosh! Unicorn Land sucks.
It is a hit.
Sorry.
Sadly.
All right, it's a solid hit too. You take 13 points of piercing damage as he just cuts you right in the side with the spear. You feel the point pierce through your armor into your side, nearly spins you around from the force of the blow. As he pulls the spear back out. The one that had the net in his hands seems to forget himself in the frenzy of battle and drops the net and then just rushes up and tries to bite Hawk with his alligator jaws.
Oh,
Dude.
Hawk. Here come the jaws. That is a natural 1.
Oh.
He comes in and recalls that he has a hero point.
No!
So he re-rolls his natural 1. That's Scott Denuzzo making
No,
it happen
Scott.
out there.
Oh no.
God, no.
That is gonna hit armor class 24.
Oh my God.
What, Jim? What if he felt really guilty about doing that? Though?
He doesn't feel guilty enough to negate the damage, but I'll take the resistance that you give this guy.
Resist 6.
Resist 6. All right, so reduce the damage I tell you by 6, Hawk.
Oh, good.
But these jaws are powerful. And you take 11 total. After the reduction, you take 11 points of piercing damage. It just clamps its jaw right around your shoulder and starts like tilting and rolling its head, trying to rip your arm from the socket.
So what happens when you drop below 0 again?
When you
That
drop
time-
below 0 again, normally, you would have been wounded. But because you received magical healing, you don't have to take the wounded condition. So you just drop back down to 0. You go down to you go down to dying 1. You're still in a better position than you started.
Okay.
Technically. Peepa, it is your turn.
Let me see how far away I can cast Soothe. Is he 30 feet from me, Hawk?
Yeah, he's almost exact. Yeah, it's about right where he is, about 30 feet away from him.
I stick my hand out and I chuck my aloe at him and I cast Soothe.
Soothe coming in at Hawk. Go ahead and roll that.
It's a Soothe bomb.
Alabama.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Whoa. Hawk feeling significantly better after that.
20, and I sing my heart out.
Sing your heart out, giving everybody that continued bonus, knowing that the battle is dire. Oopsie, it is your turn. The creature that you were fighting before has been struck down, but a new one has taken its place. It looks like its spear has just as much reach as your glaive. You guys are both like pole arm jabbing each other.
You best believe I'm gonna swipe at it.
Swipe
Gonna
away.
Hammer that glaive down. 13 on the die plus 10 plus 1. So 24.
That does it.
For a total of 14 damage if Peepa's still singing.
Yes, I am.
She is. She sure is. That's 14
I'm
points. Of a
singing.
solid hit. You cut it deep across the chest as your first action. So you got more coming.
And I continue the motion and kind of do a twirl or a spin, as it were, and try to hit again. Ooh, might do it. Let's see. This one is a 18 to hit.
18 will miss.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll it because I have one.
Woo! Yeah.
And it's the same number, but does a 19 hit if I add the edge?
And my
I
one.
can't tell you before you add
Well, that's what I'm saying.
it.
I'm adding the edge to get it to be a
Okay.
19.
That is still a miss.
Damn it!
What if I also add an edge?
Then we're at 20. Are you adding your edge?
I'll add it.
We're still at a miss.
Jeez.
You got one more edge, Hawk.
I don't have anything.
Is this
It can't be higher than a 21.
It can't be, Hawk. It can't possibly be. Numbers don't even go that high.
All right, Jim, you got my last edge. Take it.
That's a hit. Yeah! You guys got him.
For a total of 13 damage.
Plus one.
Solid hit, too.
14 damage.
Thank you.
All right, so 2 mighty cuts, just chopping divots in this creature's scaly red hide. It looks like it's reconsidering.
I'm gonna crit fish for my third action.
All right, crit fish away.
I did not get it. But it is a 13 modified.
Well, not a critical miss, but still a miss. So
I'll live with
your
it.
third mighty swing comes in, but you were moving just a little bit too fast. You left it an opening to dodge out of the way. Still a solid turn. Hawk, you're unconscious. Actually, no, you got soothed. So you are back up to like 20 hit points.
Again.
You're actually feeling good.
I've got this guy on my arm, right?
Oh yeah, he looks like he's about to come in and like chomp down on your face soon.
So I'll let you help tell this story, Jim. Which arm did you go for?
The
or right?
left arm.
Okay, then I've got my kukri in my right hand. So I will trip him with. I'll attempt to trip him with that.
Oh, wow! You can use athletics or an attack roll, whichever is better for you.
Cool. Come on,
My
guys.
one. Oh no, you're tripping. Never mind.
25.
Woo, that does it. So you just sweep the you catch with like the hook of the kukri, you catch this thing's ankle and just rip it out from under it. It goes down in a heap. It's now lying next to you on the ground.
Ooh, nice.
Prone, yeah?
Oh yeah, prone.
Cool. So now this will be a second attack because
yes, it does count as another attack. Yes.
Okay. So with a -5. Come on. No, 19's not gonna do it.
Not quite. Too bad you used all those edges.
And
You're
now,
attacking?
huh?
You're attacking? Did you have my one?
Oh, so it would be 20. And he gave me guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't sing?
I'm
No, she's
singing.
singing. She's
But I
singing.
don't think 20 is enough. Never mind.
And he gave me guidance.
What?
Yeah, Rias did cast guidance on it.
Look at you.
Boom!
Yes, he did.
We did it.
I guess he did. I guess you've managed to
Perfect.
wriggle your way right up to a hit, didn't you?
Yep.
Add my one to your damage.
Yes, I will add the 1 to the kukri damage. Total of 5.
All right.
And then be very quiet. We're hunting for quits.
Mm.
Now, I will also offer that this is not the one that is your prey.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you would rather spend an action doing that, that could also serve you.
Okay. Oh,
Your
making
prey's
him
already
my
dead.
prey? Well,
Your prey's dead.
yeah. I think hunting prey, the way I understand it, it works best with bows.
Okay.
So I don't know if it works with kukri damage. I would have to look it up.
Okay.
I almost did it. Well, yeah, I almost did it. I rolled a 19 on the dice, which modified out to, with my additions, a -1 to be 18, and then with the 2 + 1s, it got to 20.
Oh.
I literally needed
man.
a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that -10 penalty is harsh on that third
It is
attack.
harsh. Oh wait, sorry, I hate to be the rules guy, but when something
You
is
don't.
finesse, isn't it only a -4?
It has to be agile. Agile is the one that lets you to make multiple attacks.
Kukri is agile also.
Oh, wow. Oh, it just so happens that it's the worst
I didn't know which it was. So that would be a 21.
So you have once again just clawed and scraped your way to the exact armor class required to hit. Congratulations.
Oh
Yes!
my god.
We did it.
And that'll be another 5 damage.
5 points
For all that.
Oh my gosh, Hawk is the worst. Moon dust, glitter violet, sparkle wishes.
Yes.
It is your turn. We're past this nonsense with Hawk. What do you do?
Well, I have some nonsense for you because Scott Denuzzo became the bit boss and gave it to me. Thank you.
Oh, Scott.
Nice.
And then Crossbones donated and gave a sink, but I'm not sure to who.
I don't know who to. Yeah. All right.
It's
was
to
to
play to
Jim.
Jim. Yeah, see?
Oh, come on.
Nice job,
Um,
Crossbones.
How many are left? Just this one, or
There are 2.
two?
There are 2. One looks really badly wounded. The other one is just starting to get cut up as Hawk is basically just cutting left and right, trying to hack this thing down as it tries to eat his arm off.
So the one that doesn't look as bad off, I'm going to sprinkle my fairy dust,
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot it to try to subdue it.
Oh, subdual, you
So
say?
this is a basic will save.
Basic will save. That is going to be a total of dirty 20 on the will save.
You're going to take full damage.
Whoa.
Full damage.
Oh, I can tear those dice.
Ready, Go. Okay, that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 plus Peepa, 18
Oh, yes,
points of
me.
damage.
All right, this arrow comes streaking down, and it hits the guy, it like bonks him on the head, and there's this blast of glitter and energy and magic, and this creature like reels back, and it looks dazed and it shakes away the blast of energy. And it does look like pretty woozy now. These guys are both not looking very good. That was just 2 actions, so you do
Yep.
have a third one.
My final action is I'm going to prep my next arrow.
Prepping an arrow, ready for the next attack. Rias.
Cool. I'm going to do reach spell. So I'm gonna allow a touch spell to go even farther, and I'm gonna cast chill touch at the one right next to Ooptsy.
All right.
I need that fortitude save from you, sir.
Fortitude save. Oh gosh. 11.
Ooh, that is a failure. Very close. Very close to a crit fail. But yeah, he's gonna take 5 points of negative energy damage.
5 points of negative energy damage after Oopsy's incredible
Plus-
assault.
Mine. My one. It's
So
damage.
one more to that. 6 points of negative energy damage.
That's
6
important.
points of negatives.
Not roll well.
After Oopsy's incredible assault in the previous round, this chill touch was just the push it needed to
Yay.
cross over into the next life.
2?
You see its eyes just glaze as it falls over backwards, stiff with rigor mortis, even seconds after passing because of your necrotic spell. You do have 1 action left.
No. It touches 2 actions, and then to give it a reach, it's 1 action as well too.
What was that? Oh, that's right. That's right. Reach spell. Okay.
Yep.
You are correct. And now it is this last creature's turn. It looks like it wants to chow down, but then it looks around. It sees that it is the only one left. This battle has turned horribly against it, and it bolts into the weeds,
Ah.
running as fast as it can
Fast can it
away from all of you, leaving you alone as Ajax rushes towards Hawk, bounds up into his lap, gives him big puppy kisses, and probably for the first time since you've known him, you see a smile across Hawk's lips. And that is where we will take our break. Coming back in just a few minutes to finish up this episode of Heroic Endeavors. We will see you all in just a few. Stick around.
On a real night of gaming, you bounce from a core rulebook to the advanced player's guide, and of course your character sheet. But what if? We created a single book specifically tailored for your character class with a massive character sheet to record every detail of your hero. And then took all the official Pathfinder rules, spells, feats, and skills that you need for your class and your class only, and combined that with an expansive journal to capture your story. Character sheet, rulebook, journal, all in one. The complete character chronicle is live on Kickstarter now.
So I guess I'm a little worried about my players. They've just been acting a little strange. Now, don't get me wrong, I think it's great that they're invested in their characters. But I think all this time inside is really starting to get to them. And I'm a little worried they might hurt someone.
Take this!
Or themselves. And I guess I'm not sure what to do. It's becoming a real problem, and... Gotcha! Help me.
The wrong sound is never right. Don't let the wrong sound ruin the moment at your gaming table. Sirenscape has dozens of sound sets designed by gamers for gamers that add the atmosphere you need for epic tabletop gaming. See? The right sound sounds right. Epic games need epic sound. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app for free. And be sure to catch Sirenscape in action on Dragons and Things every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the second half of Heroic Endeavors, the finale, the final episode, the one where I finally get rid of Hawk once and for all. It's actually not looking very likely. I had a real good opportunity and everybody messed it up for me, so. Real shame. Real shame. But yeah, I don't know. Why don't we go ahead and do a comment break and oh no. Oh no, Moondust is gone.
Invisible. She cast invisibility.
she cast invisibility. Let's talk to chat and give her a chance to get on back here.
Oh man.
They really like that death in the Sirenscape commercial.
It's a good one.
It is a good one.
It's
hey.
Diana's where she's climbing through the wood and she's got a sparkly phone
Wild
case.
Rady.
Moondust, what happened?
Sparkly phone case.
I don't have a sparkly. I have a rainbow.
There's an Adam Rady.
Mine's rainbow now.
What is it?
It's a bearded
What is
fairy.
happening?
What is it?
Oh.
Moondust looks very different all of a sudden.
It's a wild magic.
How did I
happening.
get here? What is this place?
There's a giant bear in the sky.
There's a bear.
There's a bear in the sky.
Oh no, it's
There's a
Bartimus.
bear. How did I get here? Oh my! Oh my! I've been found out. Goodbye, everyone.
That is not your beautiful wife. That is not your beautiful house.
You may ask yourself.
I miss you all.
We missed you
Miss
too,
you too,
Bartimus.
buddy.
Miss you.
And he runs.
Love those pants.
Those were awesome.
Crossbones wants us to take a moment and just acknowledge the awesomeness of Jim.
Oh sure, yeah, let's all do that. Everybody.
Well, I'm gonna wait and see how the episode ends, Jim.
Everybody say one awesome thing about me, right? Is that how it's
You sure are Adam Rady's friend.
You got a great, lovely beard, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's see.
I love Imp in My Head's comment, weirdest wild magic ever, in reference to Rady just showing up on
Oh, that would be so cool, though, like in the middle of a show.
That would be a fun one. I'm in for life, it looks like, has become the bit boss and given that to Peepa. So Peepa, all hero point.
Thank
And it does look like we have been followed by Altair 0214. So welcome to the channel, Altair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nathan, Scott want you to know that you can always be a general in my zombie army.
I saw that, and I appreciate it. I really do. I figure I earned it after bringing you back from the dead.
A general.
Dang right.
That's a good point. I mean, nobody ever actually dies if Rias is in the party. As long as you keep him alive, you can always come back.
Unless it's Flopper. Flopper stay dead.
Flopper
true.
stay dead.
That's true.
All right, guys, let's get back into it. You guys have saved Ajax from these weird little alligator guy hunters. Although it was a very close call. It looks like Hawk's haste to get into the fray almost cost him his life. But luckily, you were there to back him up, save the day, save the dog.
Ooh.
That's the important thing. You guys do.
Ooptsy wants to pull Hawk aside. And he was like, okay, new guy. Gotta think about consequences to actions. You gotta think about them.
Does Oopsie really know those big words?
Look, Oopsie always knows all about the consequences.
I know, I'm just
He
joking.
ignores them. But he thinks about them first, and that's the important thing.
Gotta know.
I mean, I had to save the dog.
Well, we can save dog together.
That wasn't a very fun game of hide and seek.
You know, hide and seek is never really that fun. When we've been playing it lately, Moondust, so maybe we should try playing other games.
Ooh, like tag?
Yeah, but use your bow on whoever attacks us.
Oh,
Tag, you're dead. I mean, it.
Do you want me to hit you with my arrows?
No.
But then, how are we supposed to play tag?
We play tag whenever we encounter another group. Not us. It's like team-based.
Are you sure? Because I saw you sleeping earlier, and if you want to sleep, I can make that happen.
Oh, thank you. It's as close as I want to get. Look, I'm not a spring chicken. I know death is near every day, but maybe not today.
Yes, and
Not
speaking
today.
of death, we do have to still go to the top of this mountain, so how about no more games for the rest of the day?
That doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, too bad. We don't have time for fun right now, Moondust. I apologize. Maybe once we're done saving Oopsy's life, we can play all the hide and seek and tag that you want.
Yeah, how high up did we get on this mountain before we got?
Not very far. You're basically like in some rising territory, but the mountain still looms ahead, and you've barely touched it.
Are we okay? We walk now.
Do you guys need healing? Hawk, do you need more?
I mean, I could definitely. Hawk looks like he's about halfway good.
Okay.
He looks on par with everybody else.
One half of him looks good, one half of him doesn't.
I'm gonna
It's the
try.
half that has all the teeth marks in it. That's the bad half.
Yep.
I have one suit left, so I'm gonna try just doing a medicine check on you.
Alrighty.
Sit down next to you and try and do a medicine check.
Pull out some thread and needle and start sewing up those wounds.
Okay, 17 plus 9.
Woo!
26 is actually a
Yes.
critical success, so you'll get to roll 4d8.
Are you kidding?
No, that's on a critical success to treat wounds. You heal 4d8.
Oh my god. Okay, one.
Roll all 8s.
Where's my 8s? Oh my god.
This will take 10 minutes, so if anybody needs to refocus,
Yup.
for example,
And then immediately I'm gonna burn it back into myself.
Okay.
Another D8. Hurry up, Diana. Here we go.
Rios will be kind of on the lookout, just making sure we're good. And he's gonna reload his crossbow.
Gotcha.
17.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
And then does anyone else need it? I just have to wait 10 minutes.
I mean,
while you guys are figuring out your hit points and whatnot, it does look like I'm in for life has dropped $55. He says, "Got to keep the chaos flowing. 1 edge to each player. 5 sinks to Jim Jam."
No.
Oh, Steven, you silly
There we
man.
go. That's a nice even distribution.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
But he also
Thanks,
said you can
Steven.
only use them against Hawk.
What did he?
Does Oopsie need healing? I know you got hit at some point.
Oopsie, okay.
I'll sit down and heal you. If we're all kind of focusing, I'd do it again.
Hawk also can, right?
If you have anybody who is trained in medicine and who has a healer's kit or healer's tools can make a check.
Dang right, Hawk.
25.
That is a critical success. So 48 hit points once again.
He puts our best
Not as good as Hawks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, they're all low numbers.
9 on 4d8 is that's rough.
It was
That's rough.
2 3s, a 1, and there's a 2 in there.
Yikes.
Sorry. I tried.
Rias, did you need some?
No, we did. I'll be fine for right now. Don't worry.
Oh wait, were you hit?
No, I'm still not feeling good from before, but we must continue on. We want to save Oopsie. I do appreciate it, though, my little friends. But let us continue moving on.
Oh, let's.
There's a lot of people dying trying to save me.
Well, we care about you, Oopsie.
But-
And you're one of my closest friends. We have to make sure that you are going to be okay.
You can't die.
Oh, I can't die. Anyone
No one
can
can
die.
die. But Oopsie.
No.
Okay, up the mountain. Oopsie, die.
No.
He starts marching off.
All right, we go.
Oopsie,
Yes,
you're going
I
downhill.
do.
Go uphill. Go the other direction.
What easier to go that way?
You guys make your way back to the path. and begin winding your way closer and closer to the mountain. And soon, you sort of break away from the tree line, and you are climbing a much rockier terrain. But there is a very clear path that winds its way back and forth, switchbacks up the mountain, leading you ever onward. You note that the stones around you, a lot of them are, I mean, they just look like normal rocks, but occasionally you'll see where a cliff face actually is like studded with multicolored crystals, and sometimes the light catches them, and I'm sure Moondust finds it very distracting. I have to imagine that at least someone tests it at some point, but it does become quite clear that Sugar Rock Mountain is a little bit of a misnomer, because while the crystals often look like rock candy, they are stone and they do not taste sweet.
Oh,
I tried it.
candy, so
But I'm trying all the colors just to make sure.
Just in case you don't want to miss the one that actually is
Would you
made
say
of
that
sugar.
we took it for granted?
Here
Oh,
come
no.
the rock jokes.
And despite the fact that it is very, the climb becomes quite arduous, but not so much that because there's a path. I mean, you guys don't have to like make climb checks or anything. You're not actually climbing up any sheer faces or anything that's too difficult. It's tiring. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours. But despite the fact that you were warned of danger all along the path and how horrible it was going to be, nothing else, like there's nothing else on the mountain. Occasionally you'll see little skittering creatures and bugs and birds, and but really nothing much larger than maybe an occasional cat-sized creature. Like, and there's really nothing big on this mountain at all.
Jim, you said the rocks, the little gemstones. Are there any that are like the size of almost like sand, very small, so that Moondust could hold them in her hand, like a variety of colors?
No, and not only that, but like when you see any of these, like they're like little flecks, and they're like embedded in the stone. So you would have to chisel something out, and you would just get like little flecks of glittery in some of the larger rocks. You don't even see any really like proper crystals or anything like that until you finally get to the very top of the mountain, where you find yourselves looking into a massive cave entrance. And you can see that it's almost like it's almost as if the mountain itself were a geode, because looking into this entrance, you can see that the walls are lined with these huge rainbow colored crystals. And as the sun strikes them, there's a cascade of shimmering colors painting all the surrounding area. It's like standing just at you're like looking at like the most massive multicolored disco ball that you've ever seen in your lives.
I like every
And
color.
every color. You just start. None of them taste.
Any of them sugar?
No, none of them are sugary. None of them are actually candy, though they look very much like giant pieces of rock candy. So it's very, very disappointing. I would like all of you to make a perception check.
I would like to make it too.
26. I have no Quigley here to do my math for me.
24.
16.
Use my fingers.
17.
You all notice, most of you notice, especially Peepa and Ooptsy, as Moondust Glitterviolet Sparkle Wishes is like almost hugging one of these giant crystals. There's a form to a lot of these crystalline structures. It's almost like it's like a really bad Play-Doh man. Some of them. There's like a distinctly bipedal shape to some of them, though. But a vast majority of them are just growing out of the walls and whatnot. And as Moondust as you're testing this big red crystal that you had hoped so dearly would taste like strawberries, but does not. It just tastes like a rock. You actually begin to hear a low rumbling growl that very, very quickly grows into a terrible, bone-shaking roar. And there is a rush of hot air from inside the cave that washes over and out over all of you, like blowing away most of the glitter that still clings to you in this big, giant puff of perhaps a massive breath. And Moondust, you're the first to see it. Suddenly, there is a serpentine head emerging from the darkness, covered in glittering scales, not unlike the shimmering crystals surrounding you. And then, following that, a massive body, huge reptilian hulk with two leathery wings furled tight across its gem-encrusted back like a cloak. It is unmistakably a massive elder dragon, the likes of which could devour whole kingdoms if it chose. This mighty beast opens its jaws, the jeweled daggers of its teeth catching your terrified reflections as it lets out a hissing sound, and then in the common tongue, it begins to speak. Well, what's up? Can I help you? Why are you licking that crystal? It's not sugar. That's just a name for the mountain.
Oh, I really like candy, and I walk around with a lot of candy. Do you like candy? I have candy if you want some. I'm Moondust Glitter Valley Sparkle Wishes, and I really like friends, and I like meeting new people and hugs, and I'm licking all of these because I thought one of them might be candy. You know, you never know unless you try them all, right? What's your name? Do you want to be friends?
I probably do not want to be friends exactly, but I will tell you my name. It is Lindelfrid. I am Lindelfrid. Welcome to my mountain.
Oh, wow. You know, I heard lots of stories about this mountain, and you weren't in any of them.
That is unfortunate, but it is most likely because you smaller folk were too terrified to tell stories of such a magnificent... Or perhaps it was that you didn't think you could capture my beauty in a tale. Yes, that must be it, because I am quite a beautiful and magnificent creature. Do you not agree?
Oh, you're so sparkly. I don't think I've ever seen anything so magnificently sparkly.
You
in my
have
whole
not,
life.
I can assure you. You have never cast your gaze upon a creature so magnificent or sparkly as I, for I am the greatest and most beautiful and most sparkly creature that exists in all of this realm and many others, I am quite certain.
You're gorgeous. Or
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, small one, I am. And what about you, Scaly, and you, old man, and the little green one? You all agree, do you not?
Yes.
You're definitely not a rainbow.
No, I am much, much prettier than a rainbow. You are correct. You are correct. Yes, I like...
Even prettier
I
than
like
a
that.
double rainbow.
Indeed. No amount of rainbows could ever match my magnificence. You are correct. Yes.
The light that
I
reflects
like
off of you is magnificent. It's quite amazing. More colors than a rainbow.
Yes, all of the colors. Your feeble humanoid eyes could never comprehend the full spectrum of my magnificence, but I trust that what you can see is probably quite breathtaking. So, yes, very good. Very good.
So you live up here all by yourself, though?
Indeed, most other creatures are far too terrified to stand in my mighty presence, which is understandable.
But it's kind of sad because, you know, if you had friends who could look at you all the time, they would tell you how beautiful and sparkly you were all the time. But if you don't see anyone and if you don't have any friends, then who's going to tell you?
Are you telling me that I need others like you to come? Because I assure you I do not. I am my own company, and I am the greatest company that I could ever... So there. I will
Everybody
admit
needs friends.
that occasionally I do get, perhaps, a little bit wistful for the voices of others, and indeed, when there are none to gaze upon my magnificence, it does seem like quite a waste of my incredible beauty
That's what
to
I'm
not
saying.
have others gaze upon it. So yes, you are in that sense correct.
Yeah, I mean, why would you deprive the world of such sparkling amazingness?
Quite correct.
Is there only one of you? Like,
Of course there is only one of
Okay.
me. Look upon me. How could anything else ever hope to compare to me? Of course, I am the most unique and magnificent and beautiful creature in this and in many other realms.
mm-hmm.
Um,
I was just making sure.
do you want a pickle?
No.
It's the most magnificent and sparkly pickle in all of the realms.
Unlikely. You can keep your tiny food.
Do
Okay.
you have a family?
No.
Well, that's
But I
why.
don't, again, need anyone else but myself because I am the greatest company that one could have. So therefore, I do not need others to keep me company. But also, I do not like to deprive the whole world of my beauty and magnificence. So all those things that we've already established.
I feel like this is already a really great beginning to a feeling circle. Wow.
I will not be joining any circles with you.
Oh, I know. Mr. Guy, Mr. Shiny Guy.
Lindolfred.
Lindolfred.
It's my new friend.
Lindolfred. New guy. Can I have a rock?
Yes, I understand. These beautiful crystals that I make my home are quite pleasing. And I can understand your desire to take one.
Well,
But the answer is no. You cannot have any.
Well, what if we told you that you would save someone's life if we actually took one? And then we could tell the whole world and every kingdom that you, the most magnificent creature of all of every single land, has saved someone so brave.
They'll add you to all the books about Sugar Rock Mountain.
Yes.
And name a pickle after you.
And they'll sing songs after you. I will sing the most gorgeous songs after you when we're fighting.
I have no doubt that the songs will be sung regardless of anything I do or do not give you, because my magnificence transcends such concerns, as you would all surely agree.
Well, I just met you for the first time, and I had never heard about you before. Could you imagine what my childhood could have been like if I had a magical, sparkly dragon to look up to like you?
You all make a surprisingly good point. For ones not of dragon kind, your intelligence is adequate. So I have a proposal for you.
Oh, I don't want to get married yet.
I love
Of course
games.
not. Yes, a game of sorts. You wish to take one of my most beautiful crystals. And I wish perhaps for a bit of entertainment. You see, I have been perhaps bored is the word for it. So here is my proposal. You say that you could sing great songs about me and tell great stories about me. So let us see just how well you can do. One of you, I believe, shall display your storytelling prowess. Yes, you will tell me a story. Others among you, you will act out the story. The teller speaks. Yes, you will be the actors. Do any among you know? Do any among you know music or perhaps illusory magic?
Yeah.
Wonderful. You can provide effects to enliven this performance. Yes, this is what we will do. Now, every story, of course, if you're not aware, if you're feeble, non-dragon kind minds haven't quite comprehended yet, you will need a beginning to introduce perhaps a great hero or some kind of a problem. And then you will need a middle where the hero goes on a great journey. Yes, this is magnificent, wonderful. Who's not writing this down, because these are fantastic ideas.
All of this because you said epic hero, and I automatically thought about Lindle Fred, my new friend.
Yes, that is most apt of you. And then there will be an end. Yes, an end to the story. Yes, I demand a beginning, a middle, and an end to this great story. Yes.
Okay.
You may choose among you who shall be the teller of this tale.
Well,
Oopsie only knows stories in 7-act monomyth. Sorry.
Well,
what if we split it up? What if
yeah.
one of us tells the beginning, and then we pass along the middle to someone else, and then someone can come in and finish it for the end?
Yes, this is another surprisingly intelligent idea from some as feeble-minded as you. You are all obviously the most intelligent that your kind can be, I see. Yes, that must be why they sent you to gaze upon my magnificence, so that the stories you tell will be of the highest quality that a non-dragon could possibly provide.
Oh,
I
yes.
see now.
Unicorn School taught me that feeble means fun.
Whatever helps you deal with the fact that you are not as magnificent as I. Yes, I understand you must have many coping mechanisms that help you with that concept.
So, if I'm wrapping my brain around this, Peeper, we're going to need you to set the tone with the music. Something adventurous and light at first, maybe a little darker in the middle once we get to that point up here.
Right, the climb.
A nice
Oh, yeah.
little return back home. Maybe Moondust, you can provide different explosions of glitter.
I could do lights. I can eliminate things too.
All right, yeah. We'll just get a nice little bit of scene setting. And unfortunately, that leaves it up to us as boys to tell a story. You want to get it going? Or do you want to end it? I'm old. I've heard stories before.
Didn't he say we got act out too?
Yeah, I'll play the dragon because I can fly.
Oh, but Mr. Majestic, what was your name? I'm sorry.
Lindlefred.
Lindlefred, can you fly?
Of course I can. What do you think these wings are for? I can fly faster than any other creature in this land, and many others.
Well, I was also thinking that Rias resembles him very well at being a lizard folk.
That is impossible. This tawdry, scaly excuse resembles me? Do you think me so cheap? I cannot believe this. I should cast you out from my cave. I should breathe upon you and turn you into one of these magnificent creatures. And then you will know the great power that I possess.
No, guy. Hey, guy. We just really good at costumes. Watch. And then I take my hood off and all my fake halfling garbs. They're like, look, not halfling.
Ooh.
My goodness, you're right. He's not a halfling. Yes, I can see why you were chosen to come up here and perform for me. Yes, this was a surprisingly apt decision by your leaders. Wonderful.
But
I will permit you to continue your performance, but make no more comparisons between me and this little lizard person.
What about this one?
Give us some, excuse me, magnificent, glittery Lindlefred, my new best friend. Give us just 1 minute, and we will put on the best performance you've ever seen.
I am doubtful, but I will provide your time for you.
I'm gonna fly really, really close to Rias, Ooptsy, and Hawk.
What was the plan again? There's something that I can do, and if you need it, I can do it. So just let me know.
Moondust.
I can sing. I could fly. I can actually transform into different creatures.
Oh yeah, that would actually be really helpful.
Okay.
But maybe don't transform into him. because he might look at it as a poor
Slight.
representation.
Yes.
Yeah, he might be
Oh.
slighted by it.
Oh yeah.
So
Even my
maybe-
magical glittery horns he did not like.
yeah.
But what's the story?
Well, it's going to be about him. How about how he found his home and all these glittery things? Kind of a
Okay.
hero's
Can
journey.
Can we also use this as a wonderful moment to show the power of friendship? Like maybe a lonely dragon was living in a cave all by himself until he found friends and then got to experience the world and had birthday parties and birthday cake.
Oh, yes. Show him a time, if he was to befriend everyone, what it would definitely be like.
Reese can dress like Lady Dragon and whistle and woo.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm already sparkly, but I did. I mean, if I must take one for the team, I guess it's Moon Dust. Can you give me eyeshadow?
I don't know what that is.
Maybe that's where you put shadows on eyes.
Why would you want shadows on your eyes?
To make me look pretty? That's what we're speaking of?
I can't do that, but I can make you really, really like something.
Make me like something.
But I don't think that's
no.
gonna be the
Wait,
right thing.
Reese, no, I think that's that thing that happened that one time. Remember that time?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Artemis? Remember that
I
time?
was not involved with all the love. No.
Don't fall in love with
fortunately.
anyone.
Wait,
Oh no, I
I
can't
get
make
real
anybody
low.
fall in love.
I'll get real low to the ground. Like, okay, keep down. I just keep getting lower, 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 lower.
What are we doing?
Why not just take stone runway?
No, we have to show him the power of friendship.
Yeah, we be friends with that stone and run away.
Oopsie, we came all the way out here for you to show you how much we love you because you're our best friend.
I got no. My talent is falling. That's it.
Well, then use it for something good.
Everyone, follow my lead. At the beginning of time.
At the beginning of time.
I throw a fairy fire.
So as you get started, I want you guys to know basically how this will work. The storyteller will make you'll tell the beginning of the story. What the story you tell will determine that the skill checks that the actors have to make. For example, if you say that the hero climbed a great rock, they would have to make the hero would have to make an athletics check. If they fought, then they would make mock attack rolls against each other. If someone wants to provide musical accompaniment, you can make a performance check to give your actors a bonus to their checks when they perform the scene. So, Hawk, if you are telling the beginning of the story, keep in mind that each of your actors will have to make a skill check based on the story that you're telling and what they have to do in the story. And you have to use each actor in each part of the story. The performer doesn't have to make a skill check. They can just make their performance check if people wants to just sing.
I don't know what to play in Sirenscape.
Something magical. Pretty music.
Meant to say dancing lights. I throw dancing lights right in front of him for like the beginning.
And I'll put him on a spotlight. I'll cast light on him and I'll cast a spotlight.
Oh, we're creative.
Excellent.
Here you go.
Oh, we're going to be.
Peepa, do you want to sing for the beginning?
Oh.
Or do you want to act in the beginning?
It's up to Hawk. It sounds like Hawk is taking the leadership of the beginning.
Wait, do you want me to sing? Like an opening, or should I just act?
Sing.
Yeah, you can hum like the background track to the story and help.
So as Hawk opens the tale, begin your song. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay. 16. 16.
16.
That's
Perhaps
not
the
great.
suddenness of it. You're a little off key. You know, you weren't really prepped for this, and maybe you're feeling a little nervous in Lindleford's presence. The song it's not terrible, but no one is going to get that performance bonus for the beginning of the tale that Hawk is about to tell us.
What's that song sound
your
like?
Your actors include Ooptsy, Moondust, and Rias. You must tell a tale that requires each of them to do something that will determine their skill check.
At the beginning of time.
The beginning of time.
There was a great light.
A great light.
It shone down on all the creatures, most magnificent of which was Lindlefrid.
Lindlefrid.
I cast Fairy Fire behind whoever's playing Lindlefrid to make it seem as if like fire is being.
I pointed at Rias when I said Lindlefrid, even though he didn't like it.
I'm flying behind Rias then, and I cast Fairy Fire, and it just like a little sprout of fire comes from Rias's mouth.
And I'll move my light onto him, my spotlight.
Great. So Moondust, for your part in the beginning, your check will be an Arcana check to see how magnificent you can make Rias appear with your lights. Go ahead and make your Arcana check now to see how magnificent he appears.
Well, he is going to appear to be an 18 worths of magnificent.
Fairly magnificent. The light catches his scales almost as if they were tiny glittering gems.
I've got glitter all over
he's
my
covered
horns.
in glitter, and
yeah,
there's like a shine coming off of him, and then Peepa like casts her light, and there's like a backlight, so you almost see just like Lindlefrid sort of just sees Rias's silhouette and the glittering and the light, and he's interesting. Moondust, your part currently is done. Hawk, how does the beginning continue?
It continues as such. Lindlefrid was known throughout the land for his magnificent colors.
Magnificent colors.
People would shout from all over how beautiful he was, and he points at Ooptsy.
You're beautiful.
That new guy,
Beautiful.
that new guy's very magnificent.
Reese is walking forward with his like chest puffed out and his arms back, and he just kind of bows down to Ooptsy. Head back up.
Can I make those sounds?
Yeah, sure. You can continue with like other magical effects. You just won't have to make another check. Ooptsy, go ahead and make a diplomacy check to see how convincing your awe at Lindlefrid's appearance is.
This ain't gonna be good.
You have an edge.
I do have an edge.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you have
gonna
an edge.
add it to it to get a 9.
A 9.
Oh no.
You guys see
Remember, I'm a
Lindlefrid
goblin?
over there. He's like, convincing, but okay, let's see where this goes. You may continue your tale, Hawk.
Every day that the sun shone in the sky, and he points to Moondust and kind of like motions her upward.
Go up. And I cast dancing lights around me. They just kind of like twinkle all around me like I'm the sun.
Every day the sun shone in the sky, Lindlefrid was heralded. But one day, the sun went out.
I disappear. Invisible.
Lindlefrid casts. Where did the sun go? This is impossible that it would just disappear. Rias, I'll have you also make a diplomacy check to see just how convincing your shock at the sun's disappearance is, and how magnificent you have portrayed yourself in the beginning of the story.
Diplomacy, or can I use deception?
I'll allow deception. Yes, deception makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you. For a 26.
Oh, wow. Despite Lindlefrid's initial Like, at first he was obviously almost insulted that you would ever compare yourself to him. But as he's watching the story, he seems to be quite encouraged. Like, oh, wow, it's actually quite good. And the lighting, and it's so quite sparkly. I guess I could see myself there. That's very, very good. Very, very good. You guys, was like, oh, what happens next? The sun has disappeared. What happens next? What is the next part of the story? The middleman. Begin. Tell me what happens. I want to know.
Well,
are you going to continue to sing, Peepa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you guys move into the darkness, the darkest part of this tale, make another performance check to see if everybody will get a bonus from your inspiring music.
Oh, 19?
19. You
plus,
have
plus
sort
one,
of
20. I'll add my
20.
edge.
You have collected yourself, and you sort of you're no longer caught off guard, and your musical presence is much more inspiring. And as the darkness falls, and your voice gets lower, and the tones get deeper, you guys can almost sort of like feel the direness of the missing sun, and everybody who makes a skill check based on this tale will get a +1 bonus to their check.
Excellent.
So next, Lindelfried could not live without the sun, without his acknowledgement. He knew he would have to figure out what happened. He flew.
Sorry. Can I use ghost sounds to do like crowd noises? So
yeah.
Oh, and like
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Reese holds his arms out and like pretends to flap them, and then like stand up a little bit straighter so it looks like he's flying. And actually, he's going to like have his gills come out as well too, so they're popped out, and he's gonna kind of like wiggle them like as well too.
I'll have you make an intimidation check.
Ooh.
To see what kind of a stunning figure you cut as you soar through the air.
Jim Jam, that's stunning. A 27.
You actually hear as your frill like pops out, Lindelfried's like, oh wow, I didn't know that you could do that. That's it's almost reminiscent of my mighty wings. Very impressive. What did Lindelfried do then? He obviously couldn't live without the sun, so what happened next?
He flew higher and higher.
Yes, very high.
To the very sun itself, which had been darkened. There, he found a creature, and he points to Ooptsy, colored the deepest blue, the darkest blue of midnight.
Hi, I'm Dark Ooptsy.
The creature
was very dark.
The creature had put out the sun, for in the night it was considered the most beautiful, quietly moving through towns and fields, feared but respected. It knew that without the sun, it would become the greatest creature in the land.
So what happened? And you find the creature, and what did it do? What did it do?
I cast sorry.
Go.
I just like if I next to Ooptsy, I land in Ooptsy's hand and cast like a little mini entangle around me, so it kind of looks like I'm in like a little like cell, like a little jail.
Oh.
Now Ooptsy is the most magnificent. Yay.
No, not possible. Not possible. It can't be this. Can't be.
Lindelfried knew that he was the mightier.
Obviously, yes.
Looks down at Ooptsy. Just kind of.
But at the same time, he saw the magnificence of the creature before him. Almost a mutual respect, but not entirely, because great Lindelfried could not be bested. Really? I mean, come on. The two spoke for quite some time, and each garnered a respect for the other.
Yes.
They decided that each would have their own time. Lindelfrid, the day when there was light to be glistening off. And the other creature, the night, where it could be beautiful and masked. And
I
roam
cast
free.
light on the light creature.
I'll have Ooptsy to demonstrate your rendition of the night. I'll have you make a stealth check.
Yes, something Oopsy's good at. Woo! 31.
Okay. You cut quite a magnificent sight, and Lindelfrid seems to. I understand. Yes, of course they are quite almost equals. I mean, Lindelfrid is quite obviously more magnificent, but this night creature seems quite okay. What about this little the caged one though? What did she do? What happened? I must know.
Well, the cage is the sun, trapped.
Oh,
There was
yes,
only
that's
one
right. The
way.
sun. Yes,
There was only one way for the balance to be restored, and for each creature, beautiful, fastly becoming friends, to have their own moments. They agreed that life would continue as such: sun in day and moon at night.
Oopsy draws his sword, holds it over the sun, getting ready for the story points.
So, they agreed. The magic from the creature would be stopped, but Lindelfrind would have to use his bellowing fire to reignite the sun again, once more shedding light on the world and his magnificence, and allowing life to continue as it also turned to darkness at night. Because without the sun, all creatures would perish for lack of food and nourishment. And if there was no one there who would regard Lindelfrind as magnificent.
Indeed, who would regard me if they were all dead? That makes a little sense. Yes, I understand quite well.
As Hawk's saying that, Rias is gonna reach down into his pouch so they can't see, and he's gonna fling a bottle like really hard, kind of like away from Moondust and Oopsy. It's gonna be a bottled lightning, so I want it to hit like right next to them and explode.
Okay. I will have
open my mouth.
Moondust then. As you launch pyrotechnics, make a reflex save to see if she can safely but convincingly reignite as the sun.
That's a 29.
Oh, easily. You sort of catch Rias's eye. You see exactly what he's about to do. You're ready for it. You just edge out of the way. The bottle explodes. There's this burst
And I cast
of
fairy
electrical
fire
energy.
too.
Fairy fire lights
All
up.
around
Lindelfrid's,
me.
oh, wow. Very impressive. That's what I did.
His head's come back up.
But then,
And the entanglement's gone, and I
then
float back up.
That's very good. And what happened at the end? What happened at the end of the story?
The end of the story is a happy one. Both creatures flew back to Earth, each getting their own time. And at dusk, when the shadows were long and the light glittered still on Lindelfrind's scales, the two would meet. Almost equals, beautiful in their own right. But Lindelfrind, of course, the majestic, full of color, every inch of him glistening.
Oopsy wants to run and jump and hug Rias, so that like Rias has to hold him.
So Oopsy, you could. So first, I believe Peepa was continuing her music through all this. So Peepa, go ahead and make a performance check to see if you can properly set the mood.
I'm not doing as good as you guys. 16.
16, yeah. I mean, you
I've got
weren't
edges.
quite certain.
Oh, I have a reroll. We'll use it. Nope, that's worse. 16.
Okay. You didn't quite catch the changes necessary. You're a little off tempo. You're trying to keep up with Hawk, but you can't quite tell where he's going to take the story, and you're not even sure that Hawk knows where the story is going to go. So you're just trying to make things up as you go along, and it's a little bit difficult. However, as the story reaches its crescendo, Ooptsy launches himself at Rias. So Ooptsy, go ahead and make an acrobatics check to try to leap forward into Rias's arms.
Acrobatics check.
Oh my goodness.
Whether he lands there or not, I am shooting what's it called? Dancing lights right over them, and so that it just like twinkles and dances around them.
Ooptsy is landing there, Jim. With a natural 20. Making it a 30.
Oh my gosh.
Modified.
The leap is graceful. It is beautiful. There is a light show from Moondust, and as he comes in at you, I need Rias, in order to catch him and hold him, you'll need to make an athletics check.
No.
And I'm going to sink you 6 times.
Well, Jim, I'm going to add my edge to it, so it's only a minus.
2 edges. I'm gonna add 2 edges.
Moondust, there's an edge there. It'll just take me to a -1 if you give it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a -1 to this athletics check. Ooh boy.
Athletics, you got to hold him up.
I had an extra.
Dirty Dancing.
I had an extra edge thanks to Penguin Witch Doctor. So thank you, Penguin Witch Doctor.
Oh.
Cool. That gives me an 8.
An 8. Ooptsy just crashes into you, and you're like, you wanted it was gonna be so magnificent, but you just like, he slams into you and knocks you both backwards, and you sort of like tumble end over end, and you try to like pick yourself up off the ground, and you try to end strong, but you're on your teetering on your heels. You can see that Lindelfrid is
never fall like that. Doesn't seem
Can Riz put his hand up at Hawk just for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Hawk's about to speak, and he goes, "Yes, but with the power of friendship, his friend only ran into him because there was this deep, dark creature that was trying to tear them apart." Rias's fingers glow. He slams him into the ground and makes a zombie come crawling up out of the ground. And yes, and he says, and it was only by the power of this friendship that this evil other creature that tried to forbid them from being together tried to stop them. But again, with their powers combined, they were able to smite it. And then he's going to cast Final Sacrifice to make the zombie explode into a thing of fire. As he helps Ooptsy back up off the ground magnificently.
But I broke my pickle.
As the performance ends, Lindelfrid does seem suitably pleased. He claps his reptilian hands again. He's like, "Wow, it was quite wonderful, quite wonderful. I wasn't really sure where you were going with the zombie, but that it exploded, which was, I mean, certainly an interesting take on. Not only may you take one of my crystals, but I shall reward you for your great performance with a piece of treasure from my incredibly considerable hoard. Hold on here for just a moment. I have things for you."
Oh, I hope it's
Comes
candy.
back into his cave. Comes back just a few moments later and sets before you a suit of armor, gleaming and gem-studded, and also a box. With one claw, he sort of like opens up the box, and inside you see 2 potions. He says, "Take these. I wear this with pride, and then take these potions. They will be most useful too. You can then, of course, spread tales of my magnanimity and generosity to all of the lesser creatures of the world, and let them know not only am I beautiful and magnificent and wonderful, and of course now the keeper of the sun, which is probably true in a lot of ways. I am also generous to those who amuse me, and you have done so quite well, quite admirable. Yes, it's very, very good, very good. You may, of course, take your crystal so that you can extend one of your very pathetically short lives. It's actually quite amazing how quickly smaller folk die. I mean, I take a nap, and all of a sudden, entire generations have turned over, and everybody's gone, and it's all new crops of people. I don't even know why you bother, quite honestly, but take the crystal anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, magnificent one.
I should warn you, though, that while you are carrying a magnificent crystal, there are many creatures that have come to try to take these crystals. You can see the remains of some of them around you. And while you are carrying such an attractive prize with you, you should expect that you'll attract quite a bit of jealous attention. I would be careful on my way back to this unicorn school if I were you.
We'll be very careful. Oh, you're such a wonderful best friend. Thank you for liking our story. I am so happy we got to meet you.
Of course you are.
I will make fancy new pickle called Lindelfred.
Please do not make a pickle that is named after me. There is no
already
possibility that a pickle could capture my true essence.
But it would be the best pickle.
Well, maybe. I don't really know how to react to that. No one's ever named a pickle after me, so...
Oh, it's a very high honor.
Yes, perhaps. Perhaps I should be more open to your strange and inadequate customs.
Yeah, you come visit. It'd be good. You stay in guest room. I like it. Okay, thank you. I hug his foot.
Rias bows his head, lets his glitter in his horns just sparkle.
If I see Ooptsy hug him, I'm gonna go hug him. But I'm so little, he probably doesn't even notice.
He seems rather perturbed at this. I'm not sure how to react, but he allows it.
We should go. We should go before anything. I feel like we got really lucky here. I don't know what just happened with my mouth, personally. Never really talked that much in my life. But
did amazing.
Good job, new guy.
So much older. Never mind.
Oh, wait, before we go.
And I'll fly right back over to Lindelfred, and I'll reach in my pocket, and I'll set down a big old handful of candy.
I know you live in a place called Sugar Rock Mountain, and it's just a real big bummer that there isn't any candy here or anything made of sugar. So I wanted you to have some of mine so you could experience what sugar tastes like.
Okay, I will try this sugar. His tongue snakes down and scoops up the whole candy in one gulp. Chews on it. This is very interesting. Candy. Yes, there should be more candy. I will get more candy soon, I think. I enjoy candy.
Me too. That's why we're friends. Bye-bye now.
And I'll fly.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, people.
We'll scoop up the crystals and the armor and the potions and
Okay.
skedaddle.
Chisel a big old chunk of crystal. And as you carry it out, you can see that it seems to glow with its own inner light. Start carrying it down the mountain. Just out of curiosity, is anybody interested in figuring out what you have acquired?
Yeah, I didn't want to do it right there.
No, yeah.
Because that's rude. The dragon gives you a thing to start poking it.
Absolutely.
Yes. I think we sit in a circle. We figure it out.
Sure. You can make some Arcana checks if you would like to try to determine what it is that you have in your possession.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a no.
Yeah, I don't have Arcana.
That's a 12 for Rias.
How have you?
The untrained 13.
Okay.
Terrible.
I don't.
It's an untrained 8.
Okay. I didn't expect just
an untrained one.
tremendous, resounding failures.
Wow.
So I'll just tell you what you got. I know, it is the finale. Here's
Have
the
you
finale.
met us?
Roll again just for fun.
That
was a
you
one.
have 2 potions of quickness. Potions of quickness allow you to act as if you were under the spell haste for 1 minute.
Nice.
Awesome.
The armor, the gem-studded scale mail, is a suit of +1 resilient scale mail. Resilient runes increase your saves. So while you wear this, you get a +1 bonus to your saves. The +1 does not add to your armor class. So you can have resilient runes or the other one. I forget what the other one is. So that +1 refers to its saving throw bonus. So it acts as normal scale mail, but it gives you a +1 bonus to all saves while you're wearing it.
Nice.
How big is the gem?
It's pretty big. I mean, it's like basketball sized.
Oh, so I can't carry it.
No, it'd be too big for you.
Rias will carry the crystal.
Okay. Can Hawk wear the crystal or the armor?
It's medium armor, just in case you guys are trying to figure that out.
I mean, he can. He doesn't wear armor. I don't know. I mean, we could strap it on for now, just to get it back. That way we don't have to carry things. Because Hawk only has, like, what are they called? Explorer's clothing. So I don't even think it gives you a...
Well, you don't have any... Is that by choice?
Yeah, I mean, it's because... I mean, Hawk's a hunter. So usually the idea is he goes out, he's going to just win. Like, before this time, he didn't really need armor. So... he's just got his explorer.
Well, we can figure that out.
Yeah.
Right after we talk about Avengers later.
Figure the armor out later as you guys make your way down the mountain. Lyndall, having performed magnificently for Lyndalfrid, he allows you to take a crystal. Hopefully, this is the key to restoring Ooptsy, finally saving him and allowing you to get back home, because this journey has been really something else. You're not sure. I don't know that all of you know exactly how to feel about the Fey world and Moondusk Glitter Violet Sparkle Wishes Home, but it has been a real journey thus far.
Almost killed two of us.
Yes. You make it down the mountain without any trouble. You do note that you're drawing some attention, but nothing comes at you. You get all the way back down into the woods, and as you're making your way through the woods, drawing ever nearer to Unicorn School and safety, you can feel eyes on you. In every shadow, you see movement. With every turn of your head, you catch the fleeting glimpse of things stalking your trail. And then suddenly, a spear flies out of the brush, missing you all by a wide margin, but indicating that the dam of tension is about to break. And break it does, as dozens of familiar-looking gator humanoids emerge from hiding places. There are so many of them, and the sudden rise of war cries around you begins to think there could be hundreds of them converging on you from all around. Even the bravest among you feel a surge of panic, and you realize that it is time to run. Run very fast, and run very hard. And we are about to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I have little legs.
Ooptsy, ride dog.
Yeah, I have little legs too.
If only we had made friends with Lango Frag.
Hey, he's my friend.
Oh no! The worst roll!
Oh no, Oopsie.
You're the one we have to save!
Oh gosh.
What did Oopsie get?
7.
7.
Oh, no. One on the die.
Hawk?
He got 20.
Oh, okay. What about Moondust?
21.
Oh. Rias?
Rias also has a 21.
And Peepa?
22.
Ooh.
Y'all.
Oh no.
All right, Peepa. It's time to run. You know that standing against these creatures, the absolute folly. So as spears launch through the air, arrows cut through the forest canopy, and rocks sail all around you, you can do one of two things. You can attempt to dodge through the hail of missiles as you run and make a reflex save. Or you can try to dive for cover with an acrobatics check and make a break for it between salvos. What do you do?
We're going to do the reflex save because that's a +10.
Okay, so you just run for it, trying to dodge your way through this hail of missiles as it lands all around you. Spears sticking in the mud, arrows falling all about. What did you get?
18. I'm zigzagging.
That's a success, but this is a basic save, so you still take half damage. You can't avoid all of the rocks. Some of the arrows cut through a little too close, tearing through your leaves. You are going to take 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
But you managed to just start hauling through the woods. Rias, it's the same decision for you. You can try to dive for cover with an acrobatics check, or you can just try what Peep is doing, trying to weave your way through all of the stuff around you. What are you going to do?
I'm going running through. We got to get out.
Running through. Go ahead and make that reflex save.
Boy. That's a 13.
13 is a failure. You're going to take all of this damage. As try as you might, you're just too tall. You're too big of a target. You feel rocks pelting the back of your head. You feel the sting of small arrows peppering your back. A spear almost catches you in the side, and you dodge aside just in time, and it still leaves a gash across your belly. You're going to take 15 points of piercing.
God.
And you are bleeding from a dozen wounds, ripping arrows out of you as you just make a break for it as fast as you can. Moondust, it is your turn.
This is reminding me of the series finale of Xena. I'm gonna fly straight up in the air.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready an arrow with my pixie dust. And I'd like to shoot, like, whoever's the closest to any of my friends. I'm just gonna be up there and just take an aim.
Okay. I mean, you have a sea of targets. Like, there are, again, possibly dozens of these creatures all converging in. Some of them have stopped and they're firing arrows. Their arrows could definitely reach you up in the sky. There is a hail of missiles all around. You can spend your actions with an attack, but I warn you, this is a situation where standing and fighting is a very brave and noble sacrifice you're making. But it's up to you. You certainly don't want to take that opportunity away from you.
Well, I don't know. Okay, fine. I will fly away.
Okay. You don't have to. Don't let me force you to do it.
Well, I don't want to leave my friends, and I can go.
Well, they're running. Look, Pipa and Rias are already, like, everybody is running. Like, you guys are running. This is less a combat and more a chase through the forest. So don't think of it so much as like.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will fly away then.
Okay, you're gonna fly forward. Do you want to try to look for cover, dive under cover with an acrobatics check, or are you gonna just try to weave your way through the missiles with a reflex save?
To be honest, I'll only use 2 actions, go 80 feet, and then use my final action to go invisible.
Okay.
I mean,
Do
sorry.
you want to make a reflex save, or do you want to make an acrobatics check? You have to roll one of those 2 dice.
Reflex.
Sorry. Reflex save. Okay.
Well, that's a 19 on the die plus 13.
Okay. That would be a critical success. So as you're flying, you actually are small enough to weave your way through. You get hit with nothing. You get struck with nothing. You take no points of damage and make your way. You are flying above your companion. You can see them down below. You can go invisible. You can be invisible. That's fine. And you are just like flying along overhead as they are rushing through the forest below. Hawk, as you're running forward, how are you doing it?
Very quickly.
Sure. Are you trying to take cover and time your running, or are you
dodge
just
those missiles?
All right, you just are you going with acrobatics or reflex?
I'm gonna go with reflex.
All right. That is
a total of 28.
Oh.
28, another critical success. You managed to weave your way through. You are untouched as you and Ajax just bound through the woods. Arrows falling around you. Sometimes you like rip a spear out of the ground and toss it aside to get it out of your way as you make your way forward.
I'm just picturing the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Very similar, yes. That is the idea that we're going.
Start playing.
It is indeed our current idea. Ooptsy, it is up to you now. What do you want to do?
I mean, Ooptsy would just run, like,
just
hands in the air, flailing like Kermit. Like
flailing like Kermit. Go ahead and make me that save then.
As long as everybody else ran, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody is actively running at all times in this scenario.
As long as no one has stopped.
Well, it looked like Moondust really wanted to, but nobody has currently stopped.
Reflex?
Reflex save.
21.
21. A regular success, so you're going to take half damage. So some of the rocks like pelt your armor. Some of them, one of them smacks you hard on the shoulder. You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as you make your way through the forest. You guys are all charging ahead. You can hear the whooping cries all about. Some of the alligator warriors are now even launching themselves bodily towards you in an attempt to swarm you to the ground, but you manage to avoid capture. The whole team of you just weaving through the forest, dodging around trees. And then suddenly, Peepa in the lead, your foot comes down on something, and the forest floor around all of you explodes in this sudden flurry of leaves and motion, and the whole world turns upside down as the group of you are hauled into the air by this massive net, tangled up between one another, crushed together as the alligator men are all rushing to surround you. You know you'll have to escape fast, because they're going to be on you any second. You can each attempt an athletics check to try to literally physically rip apart the ropes and try to break the net, or you can use a one-handed edged weapon no larger than a short sword to try to deal damage to the ropes to try to cut your way through. Collectively, your goal is to deal enough damage to the net in this round to free yourselves before the pursuers catch up to you and start poking at you with spears. So, Peepa, you are up first. Do you want to just try to burst through, or do you have like a dagger or something you try to start sawing through these ropes?
I have a dagger and I have a rapier. I can't.
All right.
I have -1 to athletics. There's no way.
All right, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
9 + 8, 17.
17. So yeah, you start sawing through the ropes. Go ahead and deal damage with your dagger.
Okay. Do I anything? Nope. 4 points.
4 points of damage. All right, so you start just sawing at some of the ropes. Some of them start to fray and part as we move to Rias. Rias, how are you attempting to help this escape?
Rias is gonna pull out his little dagger on his side and try to cut it too.
All right, make an attack roll.
17.
17, that's a success. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right, the net is starting to fray in quite a few spaces as multiples of you are just sawing away, hacking at the bonds, trying to get your way free. Hawk.
I'm gonna use my kukri.
All right, hack away.
That is a 19 on the dice, plus 9, 28.
28 is a critical success. You can deal double damage.
Double damage.
And double
Doubling
damage.
it up. All right. That could have been way better. Let's see, 4 + 2 is 6. I'm gonna add my other overcharge that I got from Penguin Witch Doctor. So that'll be 9 points of damage.
Nice.
9 points of damage. It looks like you guys with your concerted efforts, it looks like you're sawing through a majority of these ropes. You might just be able to free yourselves before you get caught by these creatures. It is up to Ooptsy and Moondust, but Moondust, you are first. Even though you're small enough that you could just slip out, you can see that your friends need your help. You could just leave them, but it does. You could also try to help them if you wanted to. What do you want to do?
I do not have anything to help them. So
Okay.
Can I do something else?
Yeah, anything else that would presumably help them would be allowable. Yes.
Well, I want to cast entangle like in a semicircle leaving the side open in the direction that we want to run to hopefully slow down the guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. If Ooptsy can't quite get the net open with his action, then you might have bought yourself the necessary seconds required with your entangling magic. So you may indeed. It all comes down to Ooptsy now.
Oh. I guess I'm gonna cut at it with my short sword. Is it an undead net, perchance?
It's just a regular net of vines.
Then the disrupting part won't come into play. Oh no. 6 on the die plus 10, 16.
Okay, well, you hit. You won't get to deal that double damage, but you definitely still are. You're just hacking away. You catch a really tough knot, and you know that you figuring that you're the strongest out of the group. You figure that's what you're going to tackle. So you start cutting through it, but it's tougher than you thought. Go ahead and roll your damage.
5 total damage.
5 points of damage. And finally, as you guys are all working as hard as you can, sawing at the rope, some of them are snapping, fraying, creating holes, and the bottom of the net drops out. You all fall to the ground, slamming into the dirt.
I float.
I fly.
Float gently, yes.
I slam.
Sorry.
I have a
Only
dolphin on
Ooptsy
me.
slams. Everybody else flutters down on their wings and their leaves. Pick yourselves up and tear through the forest. Luckily, the first of the spears are almost in reach, but then some of these alligator men get tangled up in these gripping vines thanks to Moondust magic, and they don't quite get to you just as you begin tearing off through the forest once again. Cutting your way across the path, you can now see the walls of Unicorn School up ahead. You're very nearly there, but then about 50 feet ahead of you, the air suddenly shimmers in a frighteningly familiar way as a massive, deadly spider appears among the trees.
No!
Skittering forward, mandibles clicking in hunger for its revenge. The alligator men all suddenly fall away, their war cries becoming panic screams as they too recognize this deadly threat and break away from the chase, fleeing in terror. The spider doesn't care to chase them. Its hateful gaze is locked on you, and you know that it remembers your last encounter and means to end this once and for all. It is now time to get into a proper combat. And Peepa, you are still first.
Okay. How far away is it? Sorry.
50 feet.
50
It appears in the air as if from nothing.
Okay. Oh, 50 feet in the air.
No, it's sorry. It appears.
Sorry.
It's on the ground. It's there. No, it's fine. It's my fault. It's just there, 50 feet away from you.
Okay. Let me look at each and every one of my friends and make sure that their health is pretty much up to par, almost there. Does everyone look good?
If you want to spend an action to do that, you certainly can. But if you want, all right. So go ahead and make a medicine check.
No, that's 15.
15. Okay, yeah, but it's enough to know, you see that some of them are pretty wounded. It looks like, I don't know, who, you can now tell Peepa whether you require assistance or not. She takes a moment to look you guys over.
If anyone needs it right now.
Rias is very bad.
Okay, I cast Soothe on Rias.
Okay, so seeing that Rias is he's bleeding from half a dozen wounds. He took the worst of it. You cast Soothe.
9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17.
Okay.
And those are my actions.
17 back. And now the spider skitters forward, leaping forward. It actually does take it 2 actions, unfortunately, to get up to you. But it does rush right in at Ooptsy. Fangs raised, legs in the air menacingly, and it comes down trying to bite him. Ooptsy, that is going to hit an armor class of 26.
Oof, yes. I'm at 23 because I can see it.
Its fangs come down. You take 15 points of piercing damage. But more importantly, you got to make a fortitude save.
Yep. All right, come on, plus 11. 16, 1-6.
1-6 is a failure.
No.
Oh, no.
You become poisoned. Immediately, you take another 2 points of poison damage, and you are clumsy 1. But that is the last of its 3 actions, taking us to Rias's turn.
Light it up.
Okay. Rias got 1 spell left. Rias is going to. Shit, he moved all the way up 2, didn't he? Rias is going to reach out his hand. His fingers start to glow black, and he's going to try to cast Command on this thing.
Command, you say?
Yes. So
all right, that's a will save if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right. That is a 14.
That is a 14. That is a failure.
I don't think I have any more hero points.
I'm gonna race you if you do.
We all used them up on performing.
All right. Rias, what do you command the spider to do?
Rias says, chase the alligator people.
And on a failure, how many actions do I have to spend doing that?
You need to spend, on a failure, for the first action of its next turn, the creature must use a single action to do as you command.
Okay, so its next action has to be to chase after the creatures it doesn't even care about, and not to spend a whole other action getting back to you.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
And then
very good use
I'm
of your spell,
going
though, Rias.
Thank you. And then I'm going to use guidance. I'll give guidance to Moondust.
All right.
The other guys.
Well, Moondust, you feel the gentle glow of Rias's magic, and it becomes your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to subdue this creature.
Subdue!
I have an arrow. I shake my little pixie dust on it, and I'm gonna strike it.
Okay. Strike away.
No. Well, yeah. You need a basic will save.
You still have to roll a hit.
But it's more
It does
fun
require an
when
attack
you
roll.
go first.
No.
Yay!
Oh, it's just awful. 26 on the will save.
Yay!
For you, Jim Jam. But that's fine because it's still a critical hit, right?
Yeah, so normally it would be double damage, but it's half damage on a successful will save, so just deal regular damage.
All right, I can do. Here it comes. Bloop. Ooh. Huh?
It's a lot of dice for a regular
The
hit.
subdual is ridiculous.
It's
She has a
4
ridiculous
D6.
ability.
Nice.
12.
But it's all non-lethal damage.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17 points of damage as another one of these little like suction cup arrows slams into the spider, explodes, causing it to like. You can see that it still bears a lot of the same wounds that it did from your previous encounter. So you know that this creature, you know that you had cut it deep before. If you can overwhelm it soon, you may be able to push past this and get to safety. And now it's down to Hawk. What do you do, Hawk?
Hawk is going to hunt prey.
Okay.
He's going to take his hunted shot, which takes 2 actions to get a really good bead on him.
Mm-hmm.
Deepa, did you start singing?
No, not
Okay.
this round.
Just want to
It's
make
weird
sure.
that you have 2 actions when you didn't have your. Do you have your bow in your hand?
I run with my bow in my hand. Did Legolas ever not have his bow in his hand?
I don't know. I just feel like just
Well, yes, because he was stabbing people with swords.
An awful lot to ask.
I always. The dragon told us there was going to be trouble. Hawk would have been walking with the bow.
But
Point
he
of
never
order,
said
though,
that.
the last
I don't
weapon-
remember hearing I have my bow drawn. It's
The
just, I
last
don't
weapon you
remember
had
hearing
was your kukri.
Fine.
That was the last weapon you had in your hand.
This is a good point.
I let you narrate. That's fine. Oh, that's fine. I will pull out my bow.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you have 1
Hunt
action
prey.
left.
And I will use that 1 action to shoot 2 arrows now.
Hey, that works within the action economy, so it's okay.
First one will miss.
Oh no.
The second one will also miss.
Oh.
Hawk!
You should have had 2 actions left to do that hunted shot. That's
Mm.
that's unfortunate.
Jim got his way.
Next season, I'm gonna stop and narrate everything Hawk does.
Good. That's good to tell me what your character's doing. That's your job as a player.
Hawk, next season you need to level up.
Yeah, I'm the only level 3 here.
All right, level 3, pipe down. It's Oopsy's turn. Let the level 4 characters go. It's Oopsy's turn.
Clumsy just is a dex subtraction, right?
Yeah.
It's
So
not okay. It doesn't affect
so
like
it affects your armor class, reflex saves, and any dex skills, but it doesn't affect anything but ranged attacks or finesse attacks.
First action, I'm gonna reach behind me and pull my glaive from my back.
Drawing a weapon, a very important action to take.
Then
I never even said I put my bow away. Okay, look.
I'm gonna flavor called shot, not actual called shot. Come around and try and slice one of these legs off of this giant spider.
All right.
I'm angry about it. Yeah, probably not. I don't think a 13's gonna do it.
13 won't do it.
Nah. Oh, we're gonna have a second swing. Do I do that? No, I'm gonna second swing at him. Oh, my God. Does a 20 do it?
A 20 does not do it. This creature's a little tougher, just a little bit tougher. Oh, those edges are gone.
Okay,
That
then I can
stinks.
never hit on my second attack. Got it.
We all thought we just had to perform and go home.
Oh, but there was more to it. We go to the top of the next round. And it is actually no, sorry. You would make another fortitude save against the poison.
Oh, we forgot about that.
Yeah, we forgot about the poison.
So, regardless of what it maths out to, if it's a 1 on the die, is that a bad thing?
Yes, it's a very bad thing. It means that a regular failure would become a critical failure. I'm going to assume you don't have enough of a bonus to make it a success. So
if
we're
it's
going
a
into crit
14,
fail territory.
Well, if it's a 14, I'm adding plus 11.
Okay, so you rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
Plus
So,
11 is 12.
Yeah, so 12. Sorry.
Oh, where you got 14.
I meant
so 12
fortitude, not
Gotcha.
14.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That is a failure, and because you rolled a 1 on the die, it becomes a critical failure, which means that you immediately slide down from stage 1 to stage 3.
So clumsy 3?
You are clumsy 3, slowed 2.
Slowed 2.
And you take some more poison damage. That is going to be 11 points of poison damage. As we go to the top of the next round, and it is Peepa's turn.
I'm gonna take. I have 2 of these elixir of life out of my bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand. I'm gonna deliver it to Ooptsy.
Okay. I like it. I'll allow it.
'Cause I'm out of
Makes a lot
soothe.
sense. I gotcha. Yeah, I remember you said that you used your last one for the day.
Mm-hmm. And then that'd be my 3 actions. Take it out, cast Mage Hand.
All right, so Oopsie, you've got this elixir of life floating right next to you now.
Yeah, but I only got 1 action. I can grab it. That's it on my turn.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Well, at least you have it. At least you have it.
Well, if it's floating near your mouth, you just.
I just
That's true.
It is my turn, and the first thing I have to do is go chasing into the forest after these stupid creatures that aren't you.
Aha!
So it goes running away, and then at some point, like it gets like 40 feet away, and it like stops, and it turns around, and it's like just like swaying back and forth, turns back around, and rushes in at Rius.
No, not again!
It knows. And it comes to chomp on him with its last action. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Oh no, Jim.
That's a natural 1.
Oh!
And I don't have any more hero points.
Zah!
So you've managed to waste my entire turn, Rius.
Yes! Take that.
Good job.
Fighter.
Good job.
Moon Dust, it is now your turn.
Pull out an arrow and shake my pixie dust on it, and I shoot the creature.
All right. Shoot that creature.
Bloop. Ooh, well.
Plus, you have Rius's guidance.
Yep.
I thought she used.
Oh
it
yeah,
last
you lose it after.
Yeah, you
one
use it
round.
once.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
it was a minute.
You have 2.
But I add a plus 13 to that. So.
Okay. So what is the total?
20.
Getting there.
I had
28 is that's good. Okay, we're good. We've got there. We got there. Let me make my basic will save.
Jim, I haven't been adding that plus 13 on my, my attack.
You should generally, when making an attack, add your attack bonus.
Oh my
Just
god.
in the
I've just
future.
been rolling well. I haven't even looked at it.
Okay. Cool. Cool. The will save is a 22.
Okay, so you will take half mental damage.
All right, that's going to be half damage.
It's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of
13.
mental damage.
All right, this thing looks like with all the injury from the previous encounter, with everything that you've laid on it now, it looks like it's on death's door, but its rage, its hatred is just carrying it forward. We're down to Hawk. Now, Hawk, this time you start your turn with your bow in your hand.
I didn't go yet.
The
Jim.
prey is hunted.
Jim, did
What's
I
that?
not go?
Did you not go? Oh, no, that's right. You didn't go. You just wasted my turn, but then it is your turn, actually.
Oh, you got mad at me.
Stand
for
down,
taking
level
my
3.
turn away?
It's Rias's turn.
Rias is gonna reach out, grab its leg for another chill touch.
Chill touch?
Mm-hmm. Fortitude save.
Fortitude save is 24.
Ooh, that passes. So half damage on this. Gonna take 3 points of negative energy damage.
3 points of damage.
And then Rias is going to make one attack with his claw and try to claw.
Whoa! Coming with the claw.
Mm-hmm.
That's now this, even though this does count as a second attack because your first spell was aggressive,
Yes,
so
yes,
this is at your second. This is at the -4 because it's agile for claws.
Oh, it's aggressive, Jim.
That's going to be a 21.
21 hits.
Yes!
Yay! All right.
Aggressive.
Come on.
Aggressive.
And that's gonna be 2 points of slashing damage.
2 points.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, you know what? Every little bit helps, especially when
Yes.
it's this close to death's door. Now, Hawk. Now, Hawk.
Now Hawk
Your turn.
is going to take 2 actions to take a nice this die. We'll see what we can do. That's a nat 20.
Oh, God. Okay, well, that's the end of our season, everybody.
You have no idea how happy it makes me to pick up these 4d8, Jim.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
hey,
it doesn't even matter at this point. It has it doesn't matter. Just make up a big
I
number.
mean, he's
don't
rolled
even
ones
care.
before.
I want to hear the number.
yeah, it did. 12 plus 4. No, 10 plus 4 is 14. Plus 2 is
16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah. 16. Did you get precision damage for this?
Yes, I added those 2d8s to it.
Okay. If that's everything, that just feels.
Was Peepa singing? I just needed. No.
No.
No. I'm sorry.
That just feels surprisingly light for a Hawk crit, but
Yeah, wait, let me make sure I did my math right.
it doesn't matter. It's enough to kill this creature, but it doesn't have any more hit points.
Oh, I'm sorry. 19, 20, 21. Sorry.
Oh.
Math.
Good job,
Times 2,
Nathan.
right?
So this spider rears back from Rias's claw. It's like it's still just carried forward by hatred. Like all it wants to do is kill you after what you did to it the previous time you encountered it. And at that moment, as it rears back, Hawk lets loose one perfect arrow aimed right for the thorax. The arrow almost like you guys watch it almost in slow motion as it just pierces through this creature, explodes out the back, sending this shower of weird, glowing, ethereal ichor everywhere. The creature begins flailing about, its legs like waving in the air as it screams and screams and screams and finally collapses twitching 3 times, and then just like dissolving into this bluish smoke that soon disappears, leaving you all safe before the walls of Unicorn School.
Ooh.
Yay! We did it!
We run inside Unicorn School.
Jim.
And we give her the
A little
job.
shaky, wounded, probably a little frightened.
Grab my bottle.
You make
Oopsie.
your way towards the front gates of Unicorn School with the hall pass held high. The wall just like parts before you, allowing you inside. You rush Ooptsy, who's badly wounded, venom coursing through his veins.
That's a question I have, Jim.
Yes.
Because I'm under 2 digits for hit points.
Mm-hmm.
How long is this poison done?
Well, just let me do my thing. Let me hand you some victory here.
All right.
You have
Can we
my
change the
bottle.
music too?
You also have you have the bottle from
1d6 plus 1.
from Pipa. So you rush a envenomed Ooptsy towards the great tree where the Hamadryad lives. You lay him down before Ariadne with the great crystal from Sugar Rock Mountain. She very quickly goes to work, picking up the crystal, placing her hand on Ooptsy's forehead, and begins to chant a song. And pretty soon the song is caught by some of the other passing creatures. All of the unicorn professors and all of the pixie students and all the sprites and the satyrs and the nymphs, they all gather around the central clearing where the great tree is and where Ariadne sings her song, and they begin humming along with her. And as they do, the glow from the crystal fades away, flowing through her arm, down her other hand, into Ooptsy. And there is a bright flash of golden light. So bright that it is blinding. And several minutes pass, and suddenly your vision clears. And there is Ooptsy. Sits up. Feels quite a bit better. Feels lighter. Feels as if the darkness that he took into himself to save the city of Cavalocia has finally been banished. And you all helped him do it, because you're all heroes. And that is the end of our adventure for this evening.
I thought Jim was going to be like, and now he's a real halfling.
It is my great displeasure to announce that Hawk can be level 4 now.
I was like, Hawk's either dying tonight or he's getting level 4. Those are the options.
Well, now Hawk's on the show. That means we all level up too, right, Jim, for next season?
No, if you were already level 4, you don't get to go up to level 5.
But picture if we are, then Hawk's still one below us.
That's true.
Sounds fun, but no. Let's talk with chat before we head out for the year. Let's see what chat has to say.
My favorite comment in the last few minutes was from Gary K532, who said, "It's too bad they didn't have a potion of quickness or something."
Oh, all that. Dummies.
Wow.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep. Forgot about those. Real quick.
Chat loved the talent show portion.
I thought that would be kind of fun.
That was
impressive.
I just pictured you sitting at home creating that, like, oh, then they're just gonna embarrass themselves. It's gonna be great.
It was great.
It's Lucas Martinez makes a great point. Ajax is level 5. Ajax gains a level. Hawk is only level 4.
Look, Ajax won Hero of the Week. Like, I get it.
Yeah, what's up with his
That's
hero
true.
point, Jim?
That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot. You should have reminded me.
Yeah.
I would have given Ajax a hero point.
Yeah.
Serendipity also saying this has been my favorite HE episode, and I'm thrilled with the lovely ending to the season. Fantastic season. Well, we are thrilled that you were here to watch it. Thank you so much for all the support throughout this one. It has been a lot of fun playing. I've really enjoyed mixing up the casts every week, and it's been good. It's been good having you guys here with us for that whole time.
Imp in my head has said that Lilifred is now a patron of the arts.
That's true. Crossbones saying, Jim, I need more death next season. Well, I really thought I was gonna get it. There were a couple of times I genuinely 100% believed that I killed Rias last time, but that freaking Die Hard. Oh, it got me so good.
Jim, when we were running through the woods, I was down to 6 hit points.
Oh my gosh.
I almost went
If
down.
I got
again.
another turn with that spider.
I hit 7.
I hit dying 2 today.
That's true. You were actually pretty close.
Yeah. And then you, in spite of me, Jim, for making you lose your turn.
Jim just couldn't let me be the only person to take Hawk down, so.
All right, everybody. It has been a lot of fun. It's sad that our Friday nights won't have HE for a couple of weeks, but it's also going to be nice because I need a break. I need to recharge my creative crystals. And then when we come back, it'll be bigger and better than ever. So keep an eye on the schedule to figure out when we'll bring Heroic Endeavors back. But also don't fret because we have other content. We've still got Things in Space going on Saturdays. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for that. We've got Runt Lords back on Tuesday. Make sure, we get the runts. That's a lot of fun. Make sure you're tuning in for that Tuesday nights. And then you can come here or to Paizo's official channel on Wednesday nights because we've got Troubles in Otari, which is a really fun new show. We're playing through the Pathfinder beginner box because I don't know this system and I need to learn how to play Pathfinder if we're going to do any more endeavors.
Yeah.
So I need the beginner box. So that's why we're running that every Wednesday. And you can watch it here. We're going to host it here. But if you want to be part of the chat, make sure that you tune into official Paizo's channel and support that show. But I think that's it. That's all I've got. Does anybody else got anything they want to plug before we head out of here?
You, Jim Jam, thank you for all of your creativity and your storytelling this season. You rock. You're really awesome.
Not just this season, but for 3
always.
years in a row.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I enjoy running a good game. The fact that you guys are having fun is the reason that I enjoy doing this. So thank you very much. It's awesome to have you guys playing.
With no Things in Space tomorrow, 4 p.m. if you want to check out Nathan and myself.
Is there no Things in Space tomorrow?
Or before
I think
Things
there
in
is
Space.
no Things in
Sorry.
Space.
Before Things in Space.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sorry, before
Prior to
Things
the
in
Things
Space.
in Space, that is happening.
Yes, that is happening. 6. Before that, come see us over on Here Be Dragons.
Yes. Thank you for plugging that from us too. Nathan and Jared will both be there for that. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We will see you in the other streams and next year for the next season of Heroic Endeavors. It's going to be an exciting one. Even Hawk will be level 4. Ugh.
Yeah, baby.
Maybe I'll get him now.
Episodes.
He just won't be on the schedule. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Love you guys so much.
Bye.